start a part 2 on it. So here we go. I already did 2 sets at least of bicep curls, bicep hammer curls on each arm. This is at least 10 kilos, this dumbbell, possibly as much as 15, so at least 10 kilos. And I did 11 bicep hammer curls on each arm times 2, okay, at least, possibly 3. I lost count because I was talking at the same time, but I did at least 2 sets of 11, meaning 11 bicep hammer curls on each arm times 2, so 11, 22. 11, 22. So this is part 2 of my training stream, and I'm gonna keep doing the training. I've been doing light bicep hammer curls recently, and tonight I've been doing a little bit heavier than I've been doing recently. So we do another 11. Remember, I already did 11 bicep hammer curls on each arm 2 times in the previous stream. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I like to push my shoulder back here for the right form. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's set number 3, 11x3. That's the third 11 repetition set on the right arm. And we're alternating switching to the left arm. And they are seated curls, and I have this cushioning pad on the board. So I pay attention to form, especially when using heavy weights, okay? Not for gains, meaning it's like maximizing the muscle or something. It's more about injury prevention when I pay attention to form, like straightening back, shoulder back, so you're not like putting weight on the ligaments and things like this in a way that's conducive to injury. One advantage or a good thing about this dumbbell, it has a slippery handle, non-textured, which makes you train your grip strength as you're squeezing onto it. Especially if you're trained upon where you get hand sweat, you really have to have a good, strong grip for it to not slide down like this as you're exercising. There's like a slippery, almost like a chrome finish on it, non-textured. And I'm using this as a workout video on top of making video. 5. Sometimes if I'm unsure, I count it as furious and it feels like 7, say 6, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 says luftballong, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, du ser krigsminister. Okay, that's 11. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 21, 43 und 1 und 2. Okay, jawohl. Okay, 3. Kind of in German. Okay, that's what we're doing. 4, 5, And I had to stop. That's why I keep the reps low, because I only know how to count to 10 in German. So 4, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's a fourth 11 rep set on the right arm. So part of the athleticism is oxygenation. So it's similar to a fighter pilot that flushes, like forces blood into oxygen into his blood, like or something like this. So that's a part of the athletic ability is breathing from martial arts, for example. As you throw attacks, it's exhaling with your attacks. And something that amateurs do, which is, it's not just the low cardio, but something that amateurs can do is they gas out more quickly than it would from the low cardio starting out. From like tensing up and not breathing, okay? Like, kinda, okay? It's a common mistake. And people gas out quicker. So, no. Breathing, exhaling with attacks can help add some power to attacks. It also helps you to keep breathing in and out, because if you make yourself breathe out, you also breathe in kind of automatically. So, let's say exhaling with your attack. Let's say. And what I do a lot of times when doing heavy stuff is I don't just go breathe slow and calmly. I go and I top up my lungs, fill up my lungs. And how I learned this was as a kid. First, I was doing track and field and things like this. So it's like this becomes part of natural, like stretching. Like early on, I did like track and field. Something people take like after school football or something like this, or ping pong. I did like track and field as a teenager. So it's like you learn these little things that become like natural. It's like how to stretch, and you learn like to sense your body, exertion levels. Like I'm at the point where I had to stop. You like just learn things that do with athleticism. Now another thing that I did as a kid, lived in a village. I mean, my childhood friends would be like living like a normal, not like glued to smartphones like people that our kids now do. It's like they sit like this at home at the smartphones or something like this. Only play computer games. But I lived in the countryside, and I had like childhood friends in the village. She was like out building wood houses in the forest and like doing sports and things like this. Which is a better way to go up a lot of times in the city and just sitting glued to some electronic device. Now, one of the things that I would do, like with my childhood friends, would do like free diving, okay, in the lake. So like you have a cyclops on and like this pedal shoes, okay. So you do things like, one of the things was they had a trampoline there, and there was like a magnet for stuff. So people that go to this public, like a lake to take baths, there's a trampoline. And then sometimes you can find like a earring or like a ring or something somewhere up. Other times if they dive in there, if something comes off, it's around the trampoline, understand? Okay. So that's part of the excitement. Was like you might find some golden thing there if you dive it. Happen at least once you find a ring or something. So you'd be free diving. And sometimes we do competitions. It was like we're at the shoreline and we have like cyclops and these pair of things. And then make a competition. We all go down and then swim out, and then who can make the furthest without coming up for air, okay? And things like this. So one of the things from holding breath, also as a teenager, I can hold my breath for at least 2 minutes in the bathtub, time with a clock too. Already with those small lungs, understand, being like 14 or something like this. I can hold my breath for at least 2 minutes, meaning like go under and count it, okay? With those small lungs, okay? Meaning my lungs are large now. I think they grow until a certain point. Now here's the point. So part of that's why I'm explaining like this. What am I doing? I'm oxygenating my blood. And this is a skill that I picked up from free diving and doing competitions, competing against myself and other kids of how long you can hold your breath. So part of the technique in free diving and hold your breath, at least that I figured out, is how to effectively oxygenate your blood, so you have your bloodstream saturated with blood. You have like fill up the battery tank of oxygen before you go. So it's like obviously the more oxygen is like inside your body once you stop breathing and you hold your breath, the longer you can hold your breath. Okay, so if you go like, if you have a competition, it's like who can stay underwater the longest, like with swimming and then swimming under the water, and then when you pop out, you got somebody like looking at the shoreline. So let's say it's me and two male challenge friends, and then my sister's like the referee who stands and looking, and we all go down and then swim under the shoreline. And then when you can't, like you go up, okay, and then okay, you make this far, and then the next person pops up maybe 15 feet above you. Now they're in first place, and then if the third guy comes even further out, that means he's in the first place. Okay, so that's all the skills that I picked up. I had to oxygenate your blood from doing things, athletic stuff, and being out of breath, and then effective way, so catching my breath again, okay, and also holding my breath, okay, getting good at that. And part of like the ability of breath holding is filling your bloodstream and like absorbing and having as much oxygen in your body once you go under and start holding your breath. Because the more oxygen you have, the longer you can last, because it's the oxygen that's the issue. So when you inhale air, there's some oxygen goes into your lung, this alveoli, they absorb and carry it, transport it to the bloodstream. So that's one of the things that I figured out, like being able to hold my breath for a long time. What I would do before check out how I can hold my breath is to do this. And I'm starting with slow breaths, deep, and it gets to a point where it's like I'm filling up to the max, the last part. At a certain point, it goes from deep breaths to that's me going underwater, understand? So first it's deep breaths in and out, and then it's like once I'm like getting close to I'm gonna go under, it becomes like inflating my lungs like a balloon, so like filling them as big as possible, understand? So it's like here's the breath, a normal breath. Now if I do this now this maybe what is it, 1 liter, there's more air now in my lungs. Now if I go, so it's like a normal breath, resting, because you're not thinking about breathing, it's like maybe like this. Okay, now that's not full inflation of the lungs. So if I go normal breath, out, in, I got like 25% more lung capacity. Now I can put 25% more air in my lungs by going, see, that's a little bit more. That's a little bit more. And my chest expanding because the lungs are expanding there. And now it's like 85% full. 95, 100. And now you go under. And if I do that, I can hold my breath longer than if I just go, I'm going to hold my breath as a competition, how long I can hold my breath. I just go breathe normal. It's like, okay, I'm going under. Okay, and stop breathing. Now you can hold the breath longer if you oxygenate your blood before you start holding the breath. Okay, so it's not just like I'm about to do a breath hold competition, test myself, how long can I hold my breath? And it's like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and I go under. No, it's filling my lungs with as much air as possible before I start holding my breath. So that's part of like the same thing from one thing to many things. The same thing that I would do to fill my body with oxygen so I can hold my breath longer as a competition. The same thing is like I'm exerting myself, I'm getting winded because my body's like we're running out of oxygen, breathe deeper to get more oxygen. It's like it's the same thing to quickly like get oxygen into my body. Okay, so it's the lack of oxygen that makes you breathe heavier because your muscles are burning oxygen and it makes you breathe heavier, so your body gets oxygen hungry. It's like, yeah, we need to inhale more air containing oxygen because the muscles are burning oxygen when it's working like this. That's why you get winded because the body's trying to get you to breathe deeply and really get a lot of air into your lungs so it has more oxygen. So every liter of air has a certain amount of oxygen. So try to get you to breathe more liters of air per minute, like to take in more air per minute so your body can pick up more oxygen. So it's like if you can absorb 25% of oxygen per liter of air, if you get 3 liters air per minute into your body, there's like more buses like going to the lungs to pick up oxygen. Okay, kind of. Okay, it's like, well, it's like filling the bus as possible. So this is set number 4, and we're going 11. Okay, we'll do it like this now. Pay attention to 4, lean back. This is part of how I do it, so I don't end up like Fat Joe. This is by leaning back. Okay, it's called Fat Joe for a reason. So this is part of lifestyle, leaning back to keep myself from ending up looking like Fat Joe. Now I think he lost weight since then, so maybe I need to change his name. 6, I counted as 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And after that sequence there of oxygenation breaths, the 11th one was easier than the previous one. Means once I got to 10, I was struggling to get it up there. And then I did like the oxygenation technique break where I go, and then the 11th one, like the 10th one, it was like hard, and then I did the oxygenation, just a few effective breaths, and the 11th one was like half as hard to do as the previous one. So 2 failure, where the last one was easier to do than the previous one. So it makes a big difference. Breathing. Left. This will be the 4th on the left. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've done 4 sets of 11 at least, meaning 11 up and down, switch to left, so 4, okay, 4x11 each one. And the first 2 was in the previous stream. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Some people have to pay a chiropractor on the chiropractic adjustments. I do that myself. Do self-chiro. Now we'll do diagonal hammer curls. Here. Like this. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we'll do 30-second breathing break, and we're doing more right arm bicep hammer curls. We'll do them standing next. I can feel it. I'm using the hammer grip with the thumb at the back. Yeah, that's the failures 3, I think. I reach failure to see how fast I can recover. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So that's a good hammer curls set. That mix up a little bit. So bodyweight exercises. This is both stretching and light bodyweight exercise at the same time. So obviously it's not rocket science. If you're going here and then here, that means there's some muscles being exercised. I mean, there's some muscles that are used. If I go here, there's certain muscles that are used to bring me here. And if I go back, there's certain muscles that are used to bring me back, okay? So it's not rocket science. I have to find some video to start doing body exercises. Unless you're an idiot. You should be able to start moving your body around if you got your own exercises. So for this I like these lightweight, it's good to see, but yeah. I got these are 2.5 kilos each, it's not that much. Good for this type of exercising. See, it's almost like jumping jacks without the jumping part with your legs. Like the top part of this is pretty much like static jumping jacks, which like you're doing the jumping jacks only with the arms and not the legs. Remaining planted with the legs and then having weights and doing it kind of tight and control. What you know about me? Sorry, I see the trend. I thought about the last video. I think it's the same video. People do something like this. I saw with the mouth. They're like, like this, and then like the one-sided lip raise. I might do that. Okay. I'll do weighted shadow boxing. And I'm using the muscle groups for punch throwing. I like to invent my own exercises. This is a very short move around. If you got exercise I can So it's leaning here, going back, and how I in real time like figure this out is you want to be memorable. So it's like I go right, come back, and since I leaned right, the first uppercut is a right, followed by left. Then I lean left, go back, throw a left, right uppercut, go right, up, right uppercut, left uppercut. So it's the same side I'm leaning to is the first uppercut. Okay. Obviously you can mix it up. So I'll start when you hang down here. Go here. Yeah. Here. Up again. As I'm erect and straight, I throw right uppercut. Which is also rotation because I'm starting with my hand here, so it's this, okay? Left, back, lean to the left, up, since it was the left side, left uppercut, followed by right uppercut. Lean to the right. And now I can play around with this and mix it up. Now if you got another, like an explosive change here, chain here, and then moving here and then launching while in motion. So this is force generation practice. And I'm using my physical intelligence, is how I figure out a lot of things. If it's techniques or ways of training, it's like I'm in tune with my body, I can feel what's doing what, I figure things out, so it makes sense. So if you know something like this, all the exercises that boxers recommend, or boxing coaches, was like do a squat, get up, so 1, 2, do another squat. Or if there's a sit up and that's for 2 punches, it's taking the base and using it for this. So it's like I'm doing something, ball exercise, throwing a 1, 2, then doing something else that's throwing a 1, 2. Next I can do it like this, back, forward, 1, 2, straight, okay. Here's what I'm doing. I'm doing level change. You can use this jab. You can step in here, do level change, throw the jab. There's sequencing. You can do two things at the same time. Let's see here. I'm moving in, stepping, and then going down at the same time. Working it like this. Step in first, and then throw the jab. Let's see here. Let's see. For street fight, I wouldn't hog the border too much. If you find someone got a hoodie and they have keys in here, if I throw a power shot here and I hit a keychain, that might break my finger, get my hand out of commission. So you don't know if there's something here, if they have something in the pocket, like a light or whatever. A lot of times for street fighting, also if people are wearing padded clothing, hitting the head makes more sense. Attacking to the head, elbow strikes and punches, and then kicks can do damage to much. Is this stiff jab, explosive right? Let's see, yeah, 1, 2. See here. And there's no stopping. It's like I'm generating forward momentum and sideways with the left here. Okay, and then that is pulling me into the attack. So this is pulling my body into attack. Here. You see here. So this, launching this, it starts with this. Here. Yeah. There's 4 punches. That's 4 punches. That's what I'm doing. That's 4 punches. And it could be 2 up here and 2 to the body. Like, that's 4 punches. Three. See. That's 3 punches here. See here. That's 4. That pretty much same time. It's not just the speed of the punch, it's the action, the power of the punches. So you can do the punching power different ways. Here, okay, here, or here, here. Here. Yeah. Yeah. This is part of force situation. That is also charging up the next attack. You do many things with the same thing. And see, so here this. This is generation 2 here for the left. And this is also putting this over here for something powerful here, for example, or up here, or even an overhand. Yeah. This can also be this, okay. Here, uppercuts to the body. This is punch like this work training. This, and instead of like targeting this, it's like an uppercut, only it's more out than up. Okay, here. See here. See here. Here. See here. Here. It's almost like an uppercut. Goes from here. And it goes more out rather than up. You want to connect on the chin. Like here, for example, you do it like that. Now to the solar plexus, or here, you can go, and I'm shooting it outward and I'm shooting it in. See here. See here, kind of straight out. the start of it is like throwing uppercut. It's like, see, I'm throwing here. It's the same kind of muscle groups and start of the technique. Only I'm going down and then out, see, more. Yeah. See here. Now I'm using this. I saw Woodrow Jr. do this in so much fights. This Polish body. He spins his hand like this, and then he throws off with the same hand. Okay. The Polish body is his talent. I'm about to throw something hard with this right hand because it's like that's his stance, like he to move. He starts spinning this up, and it's like it's suddenly becomes something else. So this spinning I can do, but I'm building the skill of throwing punches from here, which like normally some punch from here or somewhere else, but I throw punches from the arm spinning here, okay? And starting with it slow. So go from here to here. Here. If you can learn to do it slow, you can learn to speed it up. Sometimes I used to work at this camera here, it's on the desk there, okay, kind of top, because like I'm training fighting midgets. Like a lot of punches, they would normally be to the jaw. They would be solar plexus punches, okay. So it's like these, they'll be thrown to the solar plexus. And but sometimes I remind myself, like I just throw it to the head, it's like so much up here, the punch will be up here. Yeah, so this is one of the showboarders Rodeo shooter. I've seen it done like this in one fight. Where it goes like this. Now obviously you can go like this too, but see here. Here. Okay, here. Sometimes I did it so much force when doing this spinning stuff that it lifts my body off the air like a helicopter. Because I did so much upward momentum as I swing in my arms as fast as I do sometimes. It's like the stretching, bouncing around. It's like it lifts my body. I can jump by just moving my arms fast enough. I can feel like the pull, understand, the lift effect. Like if I do things like this. it becomes a lot easier to jump. And if I time my jump to here, like notice it, and it's like you can't feel it, but it's like lifting myself, jumping this far off the ground, legs only, versus propelling here, and then timing it, synchronizing it, so the launch of the jump is at this part here. So at the same time I'm jumping synchronized, the upper momentum from the arm swing is part of lifting. And same energy that I used to jump about this high with the arms helping. Got about more than twice as high. Okay. I need to warn you about Dully Bible Church. You're disgusting, wicked abusers. Preacher Jones, Tom Segal, and the instructions other people. I'm a persecuted Christian. And Dully Bible Church is one of these churches with SAHA pastors. They've been taught with narcissistic, dog in disgusting ways, including not limited to communicating murder threats against loved ones and gaslighting, like these disgusting, despicable things. They work for a program that works to lead God's children into captivity and destroy your life, shed innocent blood, works to murder you, and like disgusting things. It's narcissistic always abuse tactics. And that's also part of public record. If they will have shared responsibility for the final outcome, the little tongue members have been setting fires, okay, for years, working to enrage and abuse me, and they're part of a program. The tongue is but a little member, but what a great matter it kindle. Life and death on the part of the tongue. So if Christian leadership communicate murder threats against somebody for years and years, and abuse and gaslight them, as one like 1,000 voices attacking the target daily, okay, for years, you share responsibility with the final outcome of this target. Really. It really is disgusting. Really is disgusting. And the little cowards, okay, little pussy cowards. They never will talk like that. I'm a Christian warrior, the satanic sellouts. I'm a Christian warrior, the satanic sellouts. Okay. Now, it's like been years since I told these bitches, Pooch and these other people, to come here to Sweden and spend a weekend with Oxygenation, but they're scared little filthy cowards. They would never do that, understand? I don't know what they're afraid of, maybe like losing their life the same day or something like this and be worthy of it. Like a God hit them with a lightning bolt to do something like that. Like being cursed. But I don't know. You know, I do know. It's like, no, we're just here attacking with subtle threats against you and your Christian mother over the internet from behind a church pulpit. And we're disgusting, despicable people that are beneath you. It's like we keep telling you, it's like, it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. So, the program attacks like this by 1,000 paper cuts. So they had like 100 different people talking today, 100 other people talking tomorrow, over and over and over again. So, a big part of that is envy. So, this Dully Bible Church leadership, they're one of these sellout churches that had taught me for the satanic, evil, wicked persecution program I taught with narcissist always abuse tactics. And a big part of thought I get is veiled subtle threats and gaslighting too. Yeah, gaslighting. That's a big part of it. Which is despicable. And none of my haters, the reason that you don't like what I'm doing is because you could never replicate this. See, that's why I know I gotta have this one unlike on this when I go check it. Why? Because it's some pathetic piece of shit that is like, it feels insecure about my athletic build and stamina. So that person would never be able to upload a 1 hour, 6 minute video and do everything they just did. As fast, as many reps, okay? They could never do that, understand? And that's why that's why I don't like this. So the tongue is but a small member, but it can kindle a great matter, understand? Life and death are the power of the tongue, and they do love it. Something like this. There's Bible verse about the tongue. So a big part of talking is talking with, like using the tongue, okay, like use speech, psychological warfare. That's part of talking. I subscribe to the Bible Church. The satanic deep state have been told with this persecution program. Have been threatening me for years they're gonna hurt my mother, like attack my mother. Okay. And there's like a threat theme, but they keep threatening this in subtle ways. I subscribe to the church, to the Bible Church, and then the pastors in the church are communicating veiled threats. Okay, I talked about this before, around 2016 sometime. It's like it got to a point where it's not having the effect that they were going for by threatening murder against me and things like this. Mike, stop reproving the unfruitful works of darkness to your Christian duty in your nation by reproving and speaking out about abuse of it. Like you're not submitting to satanic tyrants and compromising with the world. Okay, so it's like saying no to satanic tyrants. It would be sin to say yes to them. Okay, it's like they realized that it didn't work like threatening me. So then they start threatening my loved ones. We're gonna murder your mother, basically. So we're gonna murder your mother, make you bleed a satanic blood sacrifice. That's the blood sacrifice murder threat in the BDSM. So they start going like veiled threats. It's like the program communicates that we're gonna murder your mother, make her bleed as a blood sacrifice, okay? And then they put a spin on it, like gaslighting, narcissist, and you want us to do it. So when we do it, it's your fault. So analyzing the psychological warfare, it's a threat. It's like PTSD for CPTSD formation and maintaining it. Where it's like part of the targets, a lot of targets will get CPTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, because like daily people work to stress you out. Okay, so that's like no one knows about psychology. It's like in hindsight, I've analyzed it and got it down like to pen. Like what do we do with this long-term theme? It's CPTSD, PTSD formation maintenance. So it's like waiting for another shoe to drop effect. By the Illuminati that have threatened you and then made good on the threats before. It's like we're gonna spray with something. And then within a week you go outside shopping and you get sprayed with something. It's like they have gotten credibility with the threats over time, but it's like they threaten something and then they do it sooner or later. Okay? So it's like it's not just some like average person. They say, okay, no, it's a deep state program. It's like, yeah, we're gonna murder your mother. It's blood, make you bleed, blood sacrifice, and you want us to do it. That gaslighting. So it's first a threat where these people are telling you they're gonna hurt your mother. Okay, it's like David, where he had this one person I have in my life that's like not entirely isolated. One person I have in my life to talk to this moment of time. Now I've got another like Francis is, but back then I was isolated. The only person I had pretty much was my mom. So it's not saying we're gonna murder this one person in life. Okay, this is like David say, thou art the man. Whereas like this man had only this, understand? That's all he had, one sheep or something like this, understand? So that's kind of the same type of thing. Whereas like these guys have comfortable lives. They have wives, children, friends, family, community, fellowship in the church. I'm a lone persecuted Christian left alone while they seek after my life. It's like the only person I have in my life is my mother. So these people start threatening, I'm gonna murder her, things like this. Okay. So anyway, here's the point. So let's talk communicate this veiled threat. So basically it's like words. They get a threat like we're gonna murder your mother as a blood sacrifice. Okay. And you want us to. And then it's like so it's like a threat which like try to create the CPTSD waiting for the shoe drop effect. Was like you're waiting to get a phone call that your mom got in a car accident, or she had a heart attack, or she had some mysterious health problems. She's in the hospital. Do you understand? So it's like, and then it's like if it's making me mad, like the community is threat today, and it makes you like mad. It's like it's stressed in one or other ways, and it starts weighing off. Like the head keeps trying to get understand, and then like keep like to get you to be like waiting for the shoe drop effect, CPTSD information. And then to add more like to the trauma cocktail for extra emotional damage, it's like they're going for like analyzing the game. On top, like a threat was like they tell you they're gonna hurt your mother, make you bleed. So it's like wait for that, okay. And then on top of that, it's gaslighting, to try to induce survivor's guilt, blaming yourself, okay? It's like, we're gonna hurt your mother, and you want us to, okay? You believe God wants to sacrifice someone. This is the gaslighting. I get the message of this threat. It starts like detecting, oh, they're saying they're gonna hurt my mom. That's a threat, and make him bleed. And then they start with the psychological abuse, like the communication. Over time, get the message across to you. It's like, and you believe God wants to sacrifice someone. You want to sacrifice your mother. That, okay. And I'll go, as soon as like, no, I don't, okay. It's like, oh, they seem to be thinking that I want to sacrifice my mom. And like, no, that's not true. It's like, we're gonna murder mother, make it bleed, sacrifice her, blood sacrifice. And like, you want us to. I'm like, I don't want you to, but it's still the gaslighting. It's like, yes, you want us to. It'd be like things where I go out in the supermarket, or like they have somebody like calls me on the phone and say phone salesman. And like, I'm at home. So I goes, hey, would you like to hear us out about your we have like a discount on your mobile data or something for this, or like a discount. So that's just an example. Like somebody phone sales calls like, hey, we got like a campaign, we got a discounted cell phone data pack. Would you hear me out or something for this? Yeah, sure. And it's like, okay, it's $2 a month or whatever, okay. And it's like, no, I'm not interested, thank you, bye. Okay. So then after this, the program with the gas tank was like, you've agreed to sacrifice your mother. You made a deal with us. I'm like, what? He's like, you remember that phone station called and asked if you want to hear the mobile data pack? He was asking code for us. He was an agent. What he was really asking was, do you agree to have your mother sacrificed? Okay. And then I'll go like, do you understand? This is like a theme that we're using, this same kind of move over and over again. And then it goes, and this is before I realized, start trying to talk like sensitive abuser and be like, oh, the narcissist, yes, I say I'm planning to cheat on them. It's like, I know I don't want to cheat on them. Try to get them to see the light of day. It was like, you seem to be thinking that I am planning to cheat on you. Like, try to talk sensitive to them and get them to see how that's not what I want, okay? So I was locked in that cycle for like 6 months of this. It was like, they get the message across, you want us to murder your mother as a sacrifice. It's threatening and gaslighting, and so we're threatening we're going to murder your mother. And when that happens, you're going to blame yourself because you want us to do this. It's your fault we did this, okay? That's a gaslight, psychological warfare, high-level psychological warfare. And then it's like, so this is how it works, okay? And a lot of it is like, it's subtle, okay? But put it to like this, how can they communicate about threat to you, okay? Let's say it's like they want to start threatening with the guy give me cancer, for example, okay? So you can start by some fake target comes to my channel, okay? Hi Mike, I'm a target video, okay? They're introduced it as a fake one, they'll defeat the purpose. Oh, Mattia, watch this documentary or something. Check my channel, I got playlist. And it's like, the government can give you heart attacks at will as the top of playlist. This is how subtle it can be, how they communicate things to you. It's like, they send somebody, something shows they're fake TI, which means they're an agent for the program targeting you. And part of the target is like, flying Mike is communicating things to you. It could be veiled threats or gaslight all the time. So it could be something simple. It's like if people person come like, I'm a TI, check out my channel. And I go check the place. And the top is like, the government can give people cancer, the fast cancer kill method or something like this. Okay? And it's the top of the place. And they have used this specific tactic before, where they send a fake TI, some kind of into my channel. And then they have playlists, like Salt Pepper account with a playlist. And it could be like songs, where it's like, celebration of suicide is the top list. Or it's like, poisoned by Satan. It's like a message, understand? It's like, this can be how subtle they communicate to you. They have a flying monkey, they're checking boxes like things that you've seen before, how agents look like, flying monkeys that come to your story video. It could be like, sock puppet account, just an orange profile picture with a P, okay? That's how a lot of channels look. But they have like a playlist, and it's like, okay, it's like the top is like, 7 days to die or something like this, okay? It's a top list or a playlist. And it's like, the government can give you cancer or something, it's a documentary. So it can even be something like this, understand? So it's like, once you get across, it's like, and especially, it's like you see the homie watches, they're like, oh, they're threatening me with cancer. They're saying that that's what they threaten me. If you talk to somebody on the phone or you speak out loud or whatever you do, it's like, especially, it's like, oh, they saw this gangster, they're threatening, they're just saying they're going to give me cancer, okay?
See, it's like fast cash or something like this. Next, I go to the supermarket. I'm standing in line. And it's like two guys that are fly monkeys that they've been told to do this. Like walk up and be like, oh, you saw the documentary yesterday. It's about how many people are getting, there's a lot of people getting cancer nowadays. It's like more and more people are going to get cancer this year or something like this. See? And it's like there's something else that tells the fly monkey for this program. So now it's like, now they got like, that's the message threatening they're going to give me cancer. Now they could just have fly monkeys reference cancer to have you interpret it again as a threat, like remind you of the original threat. So if they go like, we're gonna give you cancer, okay? And then next you go to the supermarket, the same people that said this, so fly monkeys be like, oh yeah, I saw a cancer document yesterday. That's gonna remind you, it's gonna be the same thing if they said, we're gonna give you cancer, okay? Because like they're referencing that and they remind you of the original communication. So once you got the message across to you, they can be more subtle. So one of the texts they used is like, once it got the point where I stopped being like, it doesn't affect me that much. We're gonna murder, we're gonna push you, we're gonna hurt you. That doesn't affect me that much anymore. So then they start attacking and threatening harm against loved ones. This program, okay. So here's the point. They start out with like the threats that we're gonna make your mother be hurt your mother. It's a satanic sacrifice, and then on top of the threat, they throw like a little, and it's your fault, okay. So it's like, and you want to do it. And the gaslighting was like, it's like, you believe God wants to sacrifice somebody. So we're going to murder your mother and it's you that wants to do it. You made a deal with us. You want us to do it. And then as soon as I get to, oh, this seems like say that. I don't, you see, okay, I don't want that, okay. Then it's like, see, so it's like the right excuse. You can tell they're just like gaslighting and lying, see. It's like, I don't want that. And then it's like, and I spent time explaining, like, yeah, okay, I think I made it clear, okay. And then it's like the next day, they have some fly monkey if I go outside. Like communities, it's like they can have something like a perp. One of these gang stalkers show up in public. I'm outside smoking outside the supermarket, waiting to go outside the supermarket. They send somebody up, can I borrow a lighter? And it's just like an average Joe. Oh, yeah, sure. And then after that, it's like, you've agreed to have your mother sacrificed. So when we murder her, it's your fault. Because that guy was one of our agents. And when he asked you, can I borrow a lighter? What he was really asking is, do you agree to sacrifice your mother? Okay, I'd be like, this is gaslighting. It's like, do you understand? It can take some days until you get, oh, they're saying this. I'm saying, because everything's like subtle things of this. It's like puzzle pieces. It's like a fly monkey says this, that, they make this show up in your life. And it's like, oh, they're saying this, okay. The secret lies of the abuser. Sam Wackers reviews about this. So it's like over time, it's like the psychopathic abusers get you to, it's like, understand, they get like a secret cipher where it's like, blood sacrifice him. If I use blood, that's reminding me I'm threatened to murder your mother as a satanic blood sacrifice. So using the word blood or sacrifice out of one of my flying monkey's mouth, that is a reminder of the threat that I'm going to murder your mother as a blood sacrifice. See? So eventually becomes subtle. It could be like, you subscribe to a channel, they tell a pastor, be like, hey, in your next sermon, work in reference to blood sacrifices. So it's like in the same 10 minutes, several times sacrifice blood, sacrifice blood, because there's a guy, persecuted Christian, they've been psychologically torturing him for years, where it's like, we're going to murder mother as a blood sacrifice. So they're supposed to be like, oh, this person is communicating this threat once more for the satanic deep state secret societies that they're going to murder my mother as a blood sacrifice. And it's my fault or something like this. And they can do this in other ways. So do the Bible Church, one of these churches love this. And Robert Blake has done similar things too, which is really disgusting. God hates hands that shed innocent blood. So after do the Bible Church and other Christians, Raphael called to the Bible Church, have communicated these vague threats. They say, we're going to make your mother bleed blood sacrifice. They actually make you bleed. Or she goes to abroad, to a beauty salon. So that this is after I've been talking about this, as I told me, it's like they threatened me, they're going to murder sacrifice for this. And it's like, I've already got clear, they say they're going to make my mother bleed. Okay. She goes on a vacation to, I don't know, Spain or Greece, something like this. And she's diabetic, so she's got bad feet. Like bad circulation to legs, which is common. So she goes to like foot care salons and has, that's part of what she does. It's like not get her nails so much, like to pedicure, like shave off like the excess skin and like shave that off and okay. So she calls me, it's like, oh, how are you doing? So we're talking on the phone. Oh yeah, I'm okay, but it was something bad happened today. I was at a beauty salon to get my foot care done, and the person slipped with a scalpel and cut me in the foot. Then I started bleeding or something like this. And that can be fatal or lead to amputations in diabetes. It can lead to amputations. It's easy for diabetics to have food infections, and it can lead to amputation, even death. Okay, and this is after they've been threatened by making mother bleed as a blood sacrifice for many years. So after this passive communicated wealth threats that my mother's going to be satanic blood sacrifice going to cut her, that happens to her. So they're part of something that shed innocent blood. And then if you're retarded idiot, that's part of this, and you don't want to do it, you get to go like, well, she's not innocent because she has sinned before. You don't understand what that means. If innocent blood means somebody's never sinned, there'll be nobody that verse applies to, other than Jesus. Okay, because every person is guilty of sin. So what I think what that means is like, if I murder someone, and then the government executes my wife, okay, see, that will be innocent blood. See, it's like if I murder someone, and then the government captures my cousin or my father and puts him to death, he will be innocent of the offense that they're saying I'm guilty of death for. See, it's like, you're a bad person, that's why we're attacking all these different ways, okay, because you're guilty of being a bad person, and then your grandmother or your mother or somebody, we gotta attack them to hurt you, okay? So that would be innocent blood. Whatever the justification is, we're doing this to Mike because of this, it will be innocent blood in that case. So the Lord hates hands to shed innocent blood. So this is the type of stuff, okay? And this is the type of stuff that is disgusting, satanic piece of shit there. And so that was part of a long-term program. It was like gaslighting, it's like threatening, and then, so it's basically a threat. It'd be like this. Here's how I explain it to you. Okay? If you were taught the video, I was working for the program, I'd be like, hey, Tom's to go, okay? If I would, Tom's to go was the TI, I was a sellout. And Tom's goes, okay, I start communicating to him. I'm gonna murder your children, okay? Let's say he's got children go to school. I'm gonna murder your child as a satanic blood sacrifice. You want me to do it. You believe God wants to sacrifice someone. Okay, you want me to murder your son. I'm gonna do it because you want me to do it. And then it's like when he gets the message, like, no, I don't want you to do that. Like, yes, you do. And it's like I have somebody send like somebody, be like, go up and ask him, hey, I'm sorry, you're a Christian. Yeah, okay. Somebody's, oh yeah, that guy, when he asked that, when he really was asking, do you really sacrifice your mother or your son? So now you made a deal with me. You've agreed to have me attack your son. So when I attack your son, it's your fault. You agreed to make a deal because you want your son sacrificed. You believe God wants to sacrifice your son. That's what you believe, Tom. So it's a threat, and it's gaslighting. It's your fault. You want to. That's gaslighting, okay? And blaming you. This is the narcissistic psychopathic projection. And as you keep doing this, it'd be like, I come on the phone, like, oh, hey, or get a friend to come, like, hey, I'm just wondering how you doing today. It's like, are you interested in buying like an encyclopedia? It's like, no, but let me know what type of encyclopedia. It's like, oh, when he asked that, he was really asking, could you agree to have his son first? And then later on, it's like, I communicate again. Now you've really agreed to have me hurt your son, because when that guy called the phone, I said, what he was really asking was in code, okay? And then it becomes like a spiral. It's like, after the program gets that message to me by flying monkeys, this is before I was healed, okay? I figured out how to fight against gaslighting. I'd be like trying to, they communicate to me, you want us to sacrifice your mother, we're gonna hurt her, and it's your fault. And it's like, I didn't understand all this yet. It's like, you want to, they're saying that I want, so how could they believe that? Okay, so I know I don't want that, okay? It's like, that's the last thing I would want. It's like, but they keep saying, it's like, I try to talk sense into them. And then eventually, it gets to the point where it just shows how dishonest they are. It's like, eventually got to the point where it's like, I figured out the game, but it's like, they're just saying anything for hurtful effect. Understand? It's not like they're honestly deceived. It's like, we want to hurt him psychologically, torture him, give him PTSD, and just torment them. So it's like, we're just going to say whatever, that's the target. It's like, here's the flow chart in the government gangster and psychological warfare. It's like, if Tom Scott's talking video, it's like, if you start having people show up saying you are a closet homosexual, as like a tagline. Do we think that will make him angry? Yes, no flowchart. If yes, then do it. It's not like, do we think saying this to him will make him angry? Yes, no, yes. Is it true? Yes, no, no, then don't say it. There's no, then don't, okay. It's like, will it have bad effect and hurt him? Yes, then do it. It's not like, is it true or not? That's not part of uh, the decision process, okay? So you'd be like, let's say Andy Woods, which I presented his recently, let's say he became a Christian tornado, and it's not, he did him with this, and it's not like, whatever this guy, if you got a grandma or children or a wife, it's not like, we're gonna make your wife have an accident, make her bleed or something like this. And when we do, it's your fault. You want us to do something like this. Now, this works mostly if you're like autistic, isolated, and have like mental health problems, and you're more vulnerable to this type of stuff. Like now it doesn't work anymore. But this type of stuff might not work on him. It might not have the effect that it used to have on me because he's got friends, family's not isolated. Okay, he does have autism, ADHD. Do you understand? It's like they work for a long time to get more vulnerable to the target. They work to isolate you as a target. They work to make you be low status financially. They work to get you into debt before the target even starts, because it's harder to target somebody. Money answers all things. So this program is one big problem, and they keep manufacturing crises, micro, nano, major crises in your life, and you need to spend money to answer these problems. See, so it's like money answers all things. So it's harder to target the TI that's financially well off. Explain this to you, for example. Once I figured out, it's like when I still had like raging PTSD, panic attacks, and extreme anxiety and things like this, and like all kinds of mental physical health problems, extreme allergies, asthma, and things like this. And once I figured out, it's like I start taking supplements and it improves, and it's like, oh, okay. And then I learn more and more. It's like I realized that like I need to spend like a lot of money every month on supplements, okay, and that improves it and then cures the problem eventually. So since the program has given me CPTSD, PTSD, and panic attacks, and I figure out I can cure myself of panic attacks, like, oh, I just take this or this supplement in conjunction with diet lifestyle changes, I cure myself of panic attacks, okay, and my anxiety levels are low despite the autism, ADHD, like everything else, and the harassment. It's like I don't have like wake up and more super stressed and anxious all day like I used to. So I've improved this by the targeting. Now part of that is buying supplements. It's like learning over time. It's like starting with mega dose of vitamin C, take a B complex. It's like, oh yeah, I'm less stressed now, okay. But it's like then it's like you learn about niacinamide. It's like, okay, add niacinamide, vitamin B3 to the supplement regime. And then that titrate up to effects. Like, okay, at least 3 grams of niacinamide for me personally is what I take. Okay, so I need to take 3 grams of niacinamide per day. Above 10 grams of vitamin C. Like you have a lot less stress now. And seeing improvement is like okay, here's another thing. Add ashwagandha. You learn like ashwagandha is another powerful like stress buster can happen anxiety and stress. Add ashwagandha. And it's like start with like 600 milligrams per day. And after a week of that, you notice that, oh yeah, I'm less stressed now. Eventually I end up like, okay, 1500 milligrams ashwagandha per day. Like everything is optimized over time to level. It's like I cure myself of panic attacks. I don't have panic attacks anymore. Used to have panic attacks. Cure myself of panic attacks. Haven't had one panic attack in 2-3 years, at least, from being played by this for many years, like multi-years, like at least one panic attack a month, and extreme stress and anxiety every day. Got the problem, I killed myself. So notice how the targeting gives you problems, manufacture crisis in your life. They create mental, physical health problems, circumstantial problems, and money is all things, which means you have to spend money to protect yourself from the targeting. So it's like I get to a point from targeting where I have panic attacks and CPTSD. Okay, I need to figure out how to fix this. I learned that there's a type and amount of supplements that if I get supplementation right, I believe I can fix this. Sure enough, I figure out the type in a month and I fix it. Okay, cure myself panic attacks. Now it's like I spend $300 per month on supplements, okay, to stay alive with the persecution, like to protect my body and my mind psychologically, okay. So if I had it before 10 years of targeting, maybe I could spend $100 a month per supplement, supplements. So more stress, more toxic exposure, more stuff is like more. So notice how I'm not like an assertiony person. I have like a habit. Or if I make a statement, it's like this is automatic, like second nature. If I make a statement, salvation by faith alone, it's like I like to spend 30 minutes proving what I just said from the scripture or something like this. Understand? It's not like salvation by faith alone, okay? And then it's just like, if I say something, salvation by faith alone, it's like here's a Bible verse that proves here's some logic and reason that backs up what I'm saying, okay? But that is part of my habits. So that's the point. I told you money and strong things, and I told you the program works to exhaust the target's resources and make you financially. Why? Even as a setup, like before you become a target, before they make you know you're a target video, they're working towards making a target video. And part of that is like setups working to get you in trouble, working to exhaust your financial resources, get you in debt, they try to get you in debt. And things like this. So, where's I go with this? That's one of the reasons that it's harder for them to turn this targeting on an average person. It's like the prep work is like to do this targeting to somebody, they want to get you first isolated and not have a lot of money, okay? Because if you're isolated and not have a lot of money, it's harder for you to defend yourself against a point. It takes better and it's safer for them to target you if you're isolated and low financial status. So let's say back around 2012 when the target started, if I had a YouTube channel and $3,000 in my bank account, week one they started targeting me. I could like the same day log into YouTube, pay for YouTube ads, make a video. I'm a targeted videos people pay to harass me every day, and then pay YouTube. I don't know, like whatever, some platform, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. And it's like pay $100, and how many people could I reach this video for $100 of advertising money? So that's simply like why it's hard for them to target somebody's target video, because they need to target somebody without other people knowing it. So to keep this targeting program going, they need people to be ignorant, the public, which is why they work so hard to discredit it. So also, for example, if they want to do this on a celebrity, they got on the bad side. They'll also be harder because if they got an Instagram with like 2 million followers and they will be post all of a sudden or go live on Instagram, they'd be like, I'm the target of secret program. The deep state started paying people to harass me. Now it's like they got the word about gang stalking in one day more than Mike Sy and Chuck Langenberg did in like 10 years, working daily. Okay, see, so the government doesn't want the word about gang stalking to get out. Okay, now on the topic of that, celebrities and targeting, for a while, I was thinking about like playing around with the idea if Tony Ferguson was a target video. Okay, there used to be a guy you used to talk to that was like claiming to be a real TM. We'd be talking about target stuff together. And as usual, it's like I was suspecting he's a fake TM, but I was kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt and kind of, okay. Now here's the point. Now, we talked about Tony Ferguson. Here's the thing there's like Tony Ferguson might be a target video. Like if you're a target video like I am, you follow the Tony Ferguson thing, so maybe they turned the target on for like a week. Maybe it's like Dana White is like the deep state, he's part of it. And then it's like he did something where it's like, I'm gonna stop fighting or whatever, something. And it's like something. They want him to do something, or he threatened to stop doing something or whatever. And they turned the target on for like a week or a month. And so part of the Tony Ferguson controversy was like he was posting stuff like allegedly things are going on where people say like he was breaking open the walls with like a sledgehammer or whatever, looking for microphones and hidden cameras. He was like splashing his wife with holy water because she was a witch that was like spying on him spiritually or something like this. Then he was going to get money from a bank account to flee the country or something like this. Okay. So to me, it looks like it could have been a total video. So there's somebody in the chat that wrote that and claimed that they have been gone through some kind of bullying or something like this. So if that's true, most of the time people come in claiming something, or like right in the chat, their agent sent them playing some kind of game, love bombing game, pretend to be a friend, they're playing some kind of game. Well, if you're not playing a game, it's like if somebody out there is being bullied, it's not good, okay? Now, this is different. This is the government paying people to do that, which means if I would get to a point where it's like I'm able to hold down a day job, okay? I'm on disability, okay, due to autism and ADHD and other issues, okay? So if I get to a point where it's like I feel, you know what, I feel like I want to try like having a day job, and I go like knock on some basic, I'm looking for a job, and I'll get hired. They would start targeting me at the workplace, okay? They would work to get me fired. They would work to target me at work in different ways. So it's like if I can't leave my home without being sprayed with chemicals, yeah, imagine how easy it is for them to target you. If you're like in a workplace where there's public people can come in and out and like strangers things to this, and you can't have like TIA PPE gear. So at a workplace, I can't like show up in a winter coat and 4 layers of denim pants and like a bandana hoodie covering my neck and protective glasses like dart gun defense clothing and things like this. So it's like you gotta work at McDonald's, you need to have a t-shirt or like shorts and a hat. So if they could easily have somebody there with a little dart gun like the hat with the corner so I short the leg. To be like, I want French fries and just hit with a dart gun, have a heart attack. So it's like it would be foolish to even try to get a job, even if I thought like I try it, okay. So that's the point. Now there's a reason I'm disability, but even if I got the post, I think I can hold on a job now. Even trying it would be foolish, okay. So here's the point. Tony Ferguson. So here's the thing. I have thought that like, what if Tony Ferguson is a tornado? What if he was a tornado? They flipped this tornado switch on him for like a week or a month or something, and it sent him for a tailspin. And I'm not trying to be insensitive, okay? But it's like this is public information. This is like people have posted about this. Like it's been in the news and things like this. So it's like I'm not like spying on him. And okay, so like I talked to him on the phone. He told me this, and I'm like telling it in my YouTube video. I'm commenting on news stories. Okay, like, it's been reported Tom Cruise is Scientologist. Okay, here's my thinking. So here's the point. Yeah, so when I saw news about Tony Ferguson being told, everything that happened with him, he went to an episode. I thought maybe it's a Tony video. Maybe they flip the target switch on him. Because part of the target I get is go in my home, strangers in public, people are flying monkeys, agents for the government, will reference things I've said and done in private. And there's a part of every TS target where it's like a confusion stage, more or less, where you don't know like exactly, okay, it's like a confusion stage initially where you start like knowing you're the target of something. There's a group effort, people are instructed to do things rather things like this, and then there's like a waiting pause where it's like you learn more and more. And for example, some targets that are so busy from the targeting and messed up, they work to gaslight them. And remember, a big part of this is trying to get to discredit yourself. So it's like they're spying on you. So just like you're hearing me right now, if I was not live on YouTube and had this phone in my pocket, if I was walking around speaking a lot in my kitchen, the government would hear what I'm saying. And if I'd be like farting, they hear I farted. Okay. If I would be getting ready to go outside, I have my phone in my pocket and a laptop on my desk. So I've done this before on a podcast. I go to the kitchen. My laptop is over there. My girlfriend is on a podcast with me. I go, honey, I'm gonna go get some coffee, and I'm in the kitchen. And I go, she goes like, I have my Bluetooth headphones, but it's using the microphone on the laptop, and I'm over in the kitchen. And she says like, honey, where are you? And like, I'll be right with you. Okay, or like, I'll be right with you from the kitchen. And so, okay, see, so she can hear what I'm saying in the kitchen, despite the faucet running at the laptop over there. Which means if I'm in my home and I'm like, I'm gonna go downtown to do some shopping, and I start tying up trash bags, I get my keys, I get like the coat from my hanger, zip it up, put my keys in Django, okay, tie up, and the certain noises are associated to you about to go outside. Now, as soon as that, they start calling people that are agents for this program, put on your clothes, go outside, okay? And somebody gets sent out. That's how they can have people already in the corner store when I arrive, see, because they're spying on you. So part of it targeting is the program spying on you, and then the program using the information they get on it by spying on you for like tailor-made harassment, okay? Okay. Which means you know that you're being spied on. I can give an example how they could use that. Let's say I ended this live stream, and now I'm not like self-conscious, insecure, so I would be the one who did this. But let's say it's like I was insecure and I had shame about body functions like burping or farting and stuff like this. So I end this live stream, and it's like I eat beans and I go on like farting for hours, like all night. That's 40. I go have diarrhea or something like this. And all this like noisy, okay, 40, flatulence. And it's like, I'm gonna have to go get some fiber, buy something to put in my stomach or something like this. I go to the grocery store, and there's like 2 flying monkey perps that work for the program that have been sent, they're already there when I arrive. And then it's like, they have a fake conversation. It's like, oh, Bob, he was really farting up a storm and everybody was laughing at him or something like this. So that's like, the program is saying all of us that are like Truman Show spying on you and they're stalking murder cult, we all like laughing about listening to you farting today or something like this, which is like a violation of privacy. It's supposed to make you feel violated, especially if it's something that's like a negative or shameful, something private or something, some vulnerable moment, understand? Okay, so this type of stuff, and it doesn't have to be that. It's like that's just an example. But it can be anything. Just them referencing something said in private will make you feel harassed. Okay, like it's like I don't have to explain that. If I would hack your computer and your phone, and and then let's say Rob Baker, he's one of the sellers and talking for the program. Let's say he was a TI, and then we don't. Okay, let's say I hacked his phone, his laptop. And then tonight he's in bed with his wife. He's like, hey, you know what, honey? I'm worried about losing subscribers if I make a video about this. Next time, will I make a video? It's like, some people are worried about losing subscribers to make a video about topic X. Okay, and it's like because the program told me he subscribed to my channel. The program told me to talk about this in my video. And it's something that he was talking about in private yesterday. To be like, I have no privacy. My personal conversation with my wife and like everything is like strangely public. I'll talk about it. So that's part of SAHA harassment tactics. It's like you'd say do something, phone call, text, you watch video, computer. They have fly monkeys referencing what you've said and done in private to make you feel harassed and violated. That's part of targeting. Which according to the Bible is being busy about other men's matters. That not suffering as an evildoer, busy about other men's matters. Which is why all the gods are persecution. The same person ends up being persecuted, responds like a Gandhi Christian to persecution all the time. It's like something evil going on. I'm gonna have no fellowship with these unfruitful works of darkness. Like, come on, Jonah, something needs to stop talking. I'm gonna have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness, but I'm rather gonna reprove them. Okay, and part of targeting is being busybodies in other men's matters. Where it's like, we the government, we're gonna be listening to Mike's personal phone calls and then have strangers play back and parrot what he's been saying on the phone, talk to his mom and girlfriend, things like this, his wife. That's part of targeting. Which is being a busybody in men's matters. And okay, let not suffer as evil do or busybody in men's matters. So it's so easy to prove that it's a satanic and wickedness program. Now, the people that are part of it, there's no talking sense in them because they're in a stalking murder cult. Where it's like they're all like on board, it's the right thing to do to drown the witch for the greater good of the community. It's irrational, see. It's irrational to gas the Jews, but it's like if you're in that propaganda, psychological warfare, like the Jews are cockroaches for the greater good, they're a scourge of society, it's the right thing to do, it's not wrong, it's the right thing to do. Yes, you're doing this to these people, and it's kind of weird, but it's not wrong, okay, doing it to this type of person. This is the type of dynamic in this stalking murder program. People that work for this program, they work to slowly murder people. that has quickly murdered people as well. Yeah, that was one of these people, most likely. I was right. That was one of these people. Yeah, that was one of these flying monkeys. Okay, it's like they came in here writing comments, and notice how my intuition was right. Towards narcissistic psychopathic piece of low trust intuition. It's like, it seems like they printed, oh, it's like, I also was bullied at my workplace for 6 years, and I instantly I go, well, I won't be surprised when they find monkeys down here like playing some kind of game. Like not one pretending to support me. And then they get themselves away with the last comment. I'm done trying to help you, Mike. So first they pretend to be like, first they pretend like, I was also bullied. Then I go, I won't be surprised when they find monkeys to not one pretend to be supportive. And then the next comment is, every day, brother, how you know before you tried, Mike? So I guess that's them as to talk about, I can't get a job. How you know before you tried, Mike? And then they wrote, I'm down trying to help you. It's like you try to talk down to me as if I need your help. Okay. It's like, I'm out here helping people. Okay, people need my help. And part of how I'm helping people is to speak the truth. Okay. So here's the point. This is only 5 monkeys. So the persecution program, government gang stalker persecution program, they have recruited a lot of Christians. So what is it? It's the deep state have a secret program targeting people online in real life in subtle ways, psychological warfare and physical warfare. And Duluth Bible Church, like a lot of Christian churches and pastors have participated in this program. Duluth Bible Church, Rod Baker, Reframing, Arnold, so on and so forth. There's many Christian pastors that have been put up to participate in targeting this program. Duluth Bible Church is one of them. And it really disguised in multiple ways, including like communicating veiled murder threats against loved ones and things like this. What a disgusting, despicable piece of shit that was in the chat about it. This was one of those flying monkeys, and I was right. Somebody shows up, love bombing. See, notice how I called the tactic. Notice how I know, because with experience, you know, you learn. Somebody shows up, never seen him before. Hey, Mike, prayer son. Okay, I was bullied for my 6 years in the company. They want me to unlive myself. They wrote. Every day they told me that I'm ugly. I need to leave. And then I guess they kept listening as I was talking about it's like being harassed, and if I would try to get a job, they'd be told me in the workplace. They wrote, how you know before you tried, Mike? And then the next comment is like 50 minutes later, I check, I'm done trying to help you. Okay, so that's a weird comment. How you know before you tried? I'm not an idiot, okay? With experience, you can learn to predict the behavior. A good indicator of future behavior, you idiot, is repeated significant past behavior. So if every time you've gotten into a vulnerable situation, the program has targeted you before, without fail, you can expect that if you get into a situation where it's easy from the target, they will be exploitative, opportunistic, and utilize the opportunity. See? It's like, if every time I've gotten drunk around other people, I end up getting into an argument. It's like, I think if I would end up getting drunk at a workplace after party, I end up getting into an argument. I don't have, how would you know before you try? It's like, if the last 10 years, every time I gotten drunk at a party, I've gotten into an argument. It's like, yeah, so I got invited to a Christmas party at workplace. And I'm not gonna go because I'm gonna be drinking. I know I'm gonna end up drinking. If I end up drinking, I'm most likely not getting an argument with somebody. How could you know before you tried? But due to past experience. Now that would be talking about predicting my own behavior more than other people's behavior. But just as an example. So when I went to the psych ward, they had plans to that told me. Okay. Every time I go to the supermarket, these people told me for the program. Every time I go out in public, I'm told it. Okay. If there's people that have a job to work in my home, like a plumber or something like this, these type of people can be recruited towards you. If I go to a dentist, the dentist can be towards you. So with time, you learn how to predict behavior. Okay. And I'm not answering you to, you're not worth of a question. This one is flying monkeys. This one is cyber stalk controls work for the program. Paid dead gang stalk controls. And I was right. I called the game initially. Love bombing. Most like a love bombing agent. They expose self as such. So, do the Bible Church is satanic wicked Salah church. And it's really disgusting what they've been doing. Christian pastors selling out to the satanic deep state, helping the deep state talk to other Christians in despicable ways. Yeah, and that's part of public record. Uh, okay, that's part of the public record. I mean, if case push comes to shove and I'm wearing my hockey goalkeeper outfit in the supermarket, I can show både dagen och sånt för this. Okay, it's like everything that led up to that. Do the Bible show were part of that. Okay, work taught me for the same program. Meaning, it's like if I end up in a situation where the program used to fly Michael Tarman this or that way, and I respond in this or that way, well or bad, okay, I end up doing well with it, whatever. They will have been part of like building up to that. Do the Bible Church, Robert Baker, Rafi Gonon, and all these other people. Communicating veiled threats against loved ones and sinners. And here's another thing. If it ever happens that I'm in a live stream and you see me get aggressive with somebody, I don't care. I'm telling you ahead of time. You're not going to be able to see what they were doing. But if you see me get aggressive with someone in a live stream, it means that they were somebody that either were in the situation talking with past aggressive narcissist dog was abuse tactics for the program. Could be a veiled threat against me or a loved one that they did right before I got aggressive with them. Or they're a person that have done that before, targeting me for the program. And I confront them about it. Meaning, it's like some people, if you even raise your voice, they will say being aggressive. But if you like called somebody or something, like ask them, why did you do this? Okay, last time I saw you, you said this. Why did you, this is what you were doing. Why did you do that? Okay. It's like, just, if you like confront somebody and ask somebody did something, some people might be like, that's aggressive. Why am I so aggressive? So, part of the public record is that if you hear or see me in the live stream or hear that I got aggressive with someone, you can counterfact they were little Stasi sets and persecution agent that have been targeted for this program before. Okay. I recently have one that communicated a veiled threat against my mother. See? A veiled murder threat against my mother. And I almost reacted to it. Well, almost. Okay, almost doesn't count. But it's like I was in a position where I could have reacted very strongly to it right then and there. But I elected not to. Now, delayed reaction is not the same as no reaction. So there might be a reaction to that. Another place, another time. Okay. And part of how I respond to things a lot of times is in the situation to try to bait you and provoke you to get mad and kind of act out. Okay. Like start shout, whatever they're baiting you for, like a intense reaction to the provocations. Okay. So a lot of times how I do is delay and redirect. See, that's part of the survival, that's part of the strategy, how we deal with the targeting. Delay and redirect. And after some time, it's become automatic, you understand? Where it's like, if I'm in the supermarket and I'm in there This is how I've been responding to the target for many years. If I'm in the supermarket and there's like 5, 10, 7, 12 people that are agents, I can tell, and they are doing things to harass me. And it's like, it's okay. I can detect it, it can make me feel like earth in the moment, but what they're trying to do, narcissists will provoke understand from the others to provoke a reaction in you. So you appear to be unhinged and the bad person situation. So if you respond to covert aggression with overt aggression, you appear to be unhinged and crazy. That's a big part of targeting. So like when I'm in the supermarket, I have people that harass me and do narcissist always abuse tactics. Part of what they're doing is they're baiting and provoking you by subtly targeting you to like lash out and start shouting or screaming, throwing stuff around in the supermarket. This is what they might be hopeful to react like that. And they'd be like, oh, there's a guy in the supermarket running around screaming, saying we're government agents, stuff like this, put him in a psych ward. This is what they're baiting for, this type of reaction. So a lot of the like the adaptive response that I've developed is delay and redirect. Simply, that's a technique. That's strategy. Delay and redirect. Meaning, if I'm in the supermarket being harassed, they're irking me, communicating veiled threats. They're doing things to irk me, massively. Phrase, it's irking me. It's like I observe more than I. It's like Ross Rosenberg's video, observe, don't absorb. So it's like in the moment I'm working to observe and respond rather than absorbing and reacting. Okay, observe and respond rather than absorb and react. Okay, see, so it's like if somebody's picking on you suddenly and you absorb it, it's like you get really mad and then you react emotionally while being really mad. You can end up making bad decisions and like do exactly what they want you to do. So it's basically observe and respond, delay and redirect is the strategy. Okay, so it's like target goes to supermarket. There's 12 people in the supermarket. This is part of my life. They are agents for this program. They're doing things, saying things. They let me know they're agents, and it could be communicating veiled threats, or they got told to spray perfume on themselves, get close to me. So I have allergies to that. They're doing different things to attack with psychological warfare, intermediate, some subtle physical attack too. And it's like it's irking me. So I don't give them what they want, and it's like, say, oh, that makes me mad. Ah, like I start throwing stuff out or screaming or like get into a fist fight or stuff like this, because they're baiting it for like lashing for that reaction. So it's like kind of ignore it and just focus on the task at hand. I'm here shopping, get my shopping done. And it's like ignore what, oh, they said the purple over there, oh, they're wearing some kind of symbol, skull on it, and the skull theme again, okay? You just ignore it and focus on shopping and picking things that are good to pick in the supermarket. And this becomes initially more of a will exercise. After many years, it becomes second nature. You program your brain to respond to this automatically. Okay, so the brain eventually, initially, it's like it makes you really mad. Okay, especially with CPD. It's like calm breath. It's more like will understand. It's like in longer back in the target, where it's like I'm mad. Don't act on the anger. Kind of go outside, take a cigarette deeper. The other side more it's like I will. It's like I'm mad. It's like you're more like control. Like don't do this and do that or something like this. Or get out of here. Something like this. Now eventually over time, the subconscious mind, it's like oh the conscious mind is like don't get really mad at this. Eventually over time it becomes the subconscious mind just automatically keeps from getting mad. Understand? So it becomes second nature. This is the analysis. So like let's say 6 years ago I go to the supermarket. It's like I get real hyper-adrenalized every time I'm mad. And then it becomes like it's like kind of more like don't act out. Like you feel like mad, like don't act out, don't scream at them, kind of go outside and like have a cigarette or stuff like this. And it's more like willpower. Over time it's like the subconscious mind goes, oh the conscious mind, it conduces to survival is what the conscious mind is doing. It's like responding by this. So eventually subconscious mind go like don't get mad in the moment, it becomes more automatic. Now this is looking from a purely psychological perspective, not like fruits of the spirit and Christian and being a practice of this. Now here's the point. So over time, it becomes second nature. So basically how we respond to this all the time is delay and redirect. So if I go to the supermarket, okay, for example, when I go, this is how you respond. I go to the supermarket. Every time I go to the supermarket, there's fine markers for the narcissistic, psychopathic abuse get sent to target the voice. It will make me more or less mad. Okay, it will irk you. And that's not a sign of weakness, a sign of retaining sanity. But it has to be normalized. It's like, oh, I feel okay with being oppressed and tyrannized. So it wouldn't be like the founding fathers, like the British are doing this to us. Oh, we love it. It's great. Okay, well, this doesn't bother us at all. That wouldn't be an adaptive response. That'd be a maladaptive response. To be like, this is mad. Try to tyrannize us. It just sit right with us. It's making a blood bowl. Okay, see? So it's not like health. It's like, oh, you're losing because it's getting to you, it's getting you mad or something like this. Okay, now here's the point. So go to this is how I be responsive, Marius. I go to the supermarket, and here again, this program sends people here target me, paid government gang stalkers in here harass me, fight monkeys, doing narcissistic always abuse tactics, target me in different ways, and it makes me mad. But I don't respond to it. You will feel like you're being attacked and violated, so you feel mad in the moment, and it's like don't react in the moment. It's like bite my tongue if I get mad, really mad or not. It's like don't react. I go home, and it's like so that's delayed. See, so it's make you mad, but delay the response to this. It's like you might have to respond to this, but you delay the reaction. It's like delay. It's like I'm in the supermarket, people irking me, attacking me. There's a sense of anger. Delay the response. It's like don't act on the anger here. Act normal. Go home, and then now it's like it's been boiling up. So now it's like they said this, they said that, and it will come start out and boiling. I'm like so you're like containing it in the moment. It's like yeah, they said this. Now you start getting really mad, and then it becomes de-lazy. So it's not mad in the supermarket being harassed like you mother, this is throwing stuff, okay, and get locked up in the psycho at the same line because that's what they're provoking me. That's what they're going for. But it's like might get mad, delay it, go home, start getting mad now for real, and then I've how do I redirect? See, so this is a persecution part target me. Delay the response and redirect. So I go to the supermarket. What they want me to do? They had this 5% do not stop with abuse tactics. They want me to. It could be something like the program has been using as a symbol, visual sensitization theme, and this is part of SAHA targeting. It was like a pattern. They will establish a pattern. Like I go outside smoking. I'm not lying, especially that. I end this go out smoking on my balcony. There's a person that I recognize from before. Like, oh, here's all these people that live in the neighborhood. A lot of times after I appear in public to go out on my back smoking, they leave that apartment complex and walk past my balcony. And sometimes they cough 3 times specifically just as to pass my balcony, which is like a thing that the program gets 5 marks to do sometimes. Like, cough 3 times. And like if it happens over that's one of the things they sometimes get 5 marks to do. They'll be like, let me know, because you're supposed to feel harassed. If it's just like in the supermarket, it's just a crowd of people. Now, if it's a supermarket, and it's like every time in the supermarket, there's somebody on the way to the supermarket, in the supermarket, on the way home, they call specifically 3 times. Now, eventually, over time, becomes like, oh, there's one of the markets, they hand it on to use the call 3 times, subtle narcissistic always abuse tactic. Where something like this pre-established, this is something they get the fly market to do around you. They let you know they're an agent, they are here to make you feel bad and harassed right now. Okay, so it could be something like that. So okay, so if I go to the supermarket now and I'm live streaming, and like I as I'm entering the supermarket, there's somebody staring outside the supermarket smoking, and there can also be counterfraction when they're coughing. I'd be like, and just as I'm past them, they have this time like a skip. Sometimes they will use the entrance of a supermarket because they know you're going to be passing this spot. See, so that's where they put the flying monkey. That's going to time to you walking here, say a trigger word or do something. Okay, so okay, so as I actually walk past them, it's like it's coughed 3 times specifically. It's like if I'd be like, that's a fucking government agent. Or okay, now I look like a paranoid, sensitive person. It's like Mike sees a guy cough in the supermarket. It's like that's a government agent. Okay, see, which would be the truth, but I will appear to be delusional and crazy, and like unhinged, crazy person that gets mad at nothing and gets like paranoid and think that people understand, because you don't see the 300 times somebody has coughed 3 times around me the last month as a pattern of behavior.
So this is the southernmost stone abuse techniques. So anyway, that's the point. How I've been responding to this successfully, because I haven't gone to prison, okay, or long-term committed cycle for actually doing something, okay. Not like temperament or something like this, but it's like, it's by, apparently this works, in being intensely taught for many years and not having the tolerant work where they try to make you lose your mind in public so they can lock you up, okay? This provocation. Apparently what I've been doing has been working, see? So get into what have I been doing. It's like, I go to the supermarket, it's delay, redirect, it's observe and respond, delayed response, don't absorb. So that's a Ross Rosenberg video, observe, don't absorb technique. And it's basically, it's just like, when a narcissist, somebody's trying to push you by, it's like, don't be like absorbing it, but be observing it. It'll be like, that's part of what I've been doing. So it's like, a lot of times if I'm in the supermarket and they're doing some kind of skit, it's like, I call out the tactic in my mind, so it's getting analytical and not like fight, flight, amygdala, emotional response, reptilian brain, like hit the problem with a stick, feeling stuff, response. No, it's like, oh, they're doing this. It's like, what is that? That's gaslighting, they're saying this to this outcome. It's like, they're doing this to make me feel scared, okay? It's like, oh, okay, I'm not scared, there's a micro victory. See? So this is also part of confidence, protect your confidence. Big part of targets trying to lower your confidence. So inadvertently, the attempt to lower my confidence and hurt me psychologically, I've used that to strengthen myself. Okay. So how the confidence works is success breeds confidence. So if you have a success, that breeds confidence. If you have many failures, that lowers and decreases your confidence. So if I go to the supermarket and I've got to a point where nothing they do scares me anymore. It's like, we're gonna murder, we're gonna do this. I don't get scared. So if I'm gonna go out, I'm not like, oh, like scared. They don't scare me. And they try to be like, let's do this skit. I can tell this skit is intended to scare me. Okay. And it's like, I can see that that's what they're going for. And it's like, I check in with myself and say, I have self-awareness. I don't feel afraid. Okay. And sometimes it's more specific to mock them. This is part of it too, maintaining a fighting attitude. So I go to the supermarket as on skit, I can tell this was supposed to scare me. They have these people do this here, supposed to scare me. It's like, and I know I'm not scared. So that's truth. And sometimes I will mock them. It's like my heart rate is not even above resting, okay? It's because I know specific. Fear leads to fight, flight mode, adrenaline, racing heart, and things like this. It's like specific. Like, yeah, they're trying to scare me. I'm not scared. It didn't even raise my pulse. If it got me scared, it would raise my pulse. So it's like, I did, okay. And that's a micro victory. It was like, oh, they're trying to scare me. That shows also I'm empowered, because the government agent with psychology experts and hundreds of people nearly the resources like psychological warfare manuals and how to break your personal knowledge, they're failing repeatedly in getting me scared. So it's like, we're gonna try to get Mike scared in the supermarket. Next time he goes outside, let's plan this skit and it's supposed to get him scared. And I go there, oh, I can tell this skit was to get me scared. It doesn't get me scared. That they're losing their fan what they're doing. Like, I'm one person. They're the Swedish government, nearly the resources, all these people. It's like, work to get me scared. And they consistently fail at it over and over and over again. See? So that's supposed to also make you lower your confidence. But it's like the awareness is like the enemy is failing at something. My goal, preset objective, is to be able to go to the supermarket shopping without getting scared when the program tries to scare me. And I'm succeeding in that, see. I go to the super, I had a goal to from leave my home to coming home not being scared. And I succeeded not having a minute of fear from leaving my home and coming home. They had a goal to get me scared, and they failed at it, see. So it's like being petty, okay? Because it's like they're trying to get victories on. So delay, observe, don't absorb, okay? So that's how I can respond. So I'm gonna explain this, and basically, possibly I should print this out and make a new video where I boil this down. And the problem is it's real hard to reach other TS, but this type of stuff is what other TS need to hear and get some coaching, like what works and what doesn't. It's like truly like I'm valuable to most people, my confidence. Christians, no Christians.
I can help people grow and stuff like this. But I especially target videos have more of a desperate need to find my YouTube channel. I mean, other people are targeted with the program because they don't know what I know. And apparently, if you target with the cortisol PTSD stress weapon and poisoning and the work of the target for 10 years to weaken you mentally and physically, and you rip with a six-pack and strong, more energetic and healthy than the average man that's 35 and hasn't been targeted on intense persecution program attack the bottom mind the last 10 years. Maybe you know a thing or two, and what you're doing, being, is conducive to not losing strength and not having the targeting have the intended outcomes of making you weak and sick. See? So, here's the point. Part of what how I've been responding to the targeting is every time I'm out in public, these people are sent to go where I am harassing me. That's the bulk of the time, psychological warfare, okay? Intermittently physical warfare, okay? In covert ways, which could be the prognosis alert to perfume, and they don't just send people to appear in the supermarket to cough 3 times, use a certain trigger word, or communicate a veiled threat or something like this, or wear something that's a symbol that you've been sensitized to. And sensitized doesn't mean I'm sensitive. It means that you've been the algorithm you will detect it because it's a pattern in your life. Okay, that's what sensitization means. So it's like sensitization means training you to notice that somebody's an agent while remaining subtle. So it's like, obviously, the harassment doesn't work. I go out here smoking. There's a white van that pulls up, CIA gang stalking crew. It stops. People go out. It's like, hi, my name is Bob, CIA agent harassing, neighborhood harasser. And then they all wear like a stalking outfit, red hat and white t-shirt and a name tag, government agent, and walk around here like, with like horns. Okay, it's like noise harassment for the government against Mike, a targeted video. This is always not how to do it. Okay, okay. So it's okay. That's definitely not how to do it. Are you government gang stalking crews? Shark G, towards the end of his life, started making videos about targeted videos. Government gang stalking, okay? Are you government gang stalking crews? Okay, he was riffing and doing like this solo a cappella performances about government gang stalking the last part of his life. Shark G, which was Tupac's producer. Maybe not a cappella, I think he had a piano at the same time. So, Shark G, uh, he was charismatic and talented musically. Okay, and I don't know. Maybe there's always a conspiracy. The question is always what the conspiracy is. But yeah, before Shark G died, he was out here on YouTube and in videos. It's like saying he's a total individual, talk about government gang stalkers. And somebody stole his phone and tried to get his personal details. I don't know if he got invited to Diddy party and said no or something like this, and they want to get him on tape having sex with Justin Bieber or something like this. And he said no. And it's like, oh, okay, I gotta flip the target on you and drug your food and make you go nuts. So here's the thing too. Part of the targeting can be making the person go nuts, okay? It's like the truth is they are the target conspiracy, but the program is also working to get you to look crazy, okay? So it could be like drugging your food, things like this. Meaning if they flip the target on Shark G, the target switch, and he didn't have a CCTV system in his home, and he goes down to Starbucks, get a cup of coffee, he's away for 25 minutes, okay, the program before they decided we're going to hit the target on him, they sneak inside his house to covert entry, and they put like some kind of drug in his food. And then he goes home, starts eating it, and it's like under effect of some drug they probably put in his food for a week while all this is going on. And they are harassing him. But it's also act like a guy who's been drugged because the program drugged him while they were harassing him, stuff like this. Now here's the point. So delay and redirect, okay, explaining that strategy that's been working, okay. So why am I saying that it's working? Because part of the target is provoking you to lash out when you're out in public, so they can put you in a psych ward or prison, or if you react violently, here's another thing they can do. So part of the target is they're trying to provoke you to break the law and do violence, okay? So the government's role is to protect citizens from violence and to keep the law Now the government with this program works to get people to break law. What they're doing to target is illegal according to law of the land, and they are trying to get the target break the law, so to have them have an excuse to lock you up. So in Sweden, crime provocation is illegal, but the government still does it, only sadly. Okay. Here's another thing the program does, gang stalkers to justify the targeting. I got kids, it's like that they hide behind, it's like I'm helping the government murder other Christians and target them. But it's like, I got kids, so I'm supposed to be like, I don't despise this man for stealing my life because it's doing it to satisfy his soul. But if he gets caught, he will pay 7 times. A man doesn't despise a thief if he steals bread to satisfy his soul, something like this, from hunger. But if he gets caught, he like repaid 7 times, something like 5 or 7. Okay, so it's that type of thing. It's like, yeah, we're doing this despicable thing that's like people look down on, but it's like, we have no choice. It's at gunpoint. I got a wife and kids. Okay, that's the point. So delay and redirect. So I go to the supermarket harassed, and the program is baiting me to lash out violently. That's part like what they're going for. It's like they work to provoke you every time you're in public, like in the supermarket. Target goes to the supermarket. They have 5, 10, 15 people in there. There are flying monkeys suddenly harassing them. And it's not just one day, but it's like over time, all the time, every time you go there. What they're baiting you for is that they're hoping you like act out, lash out, like lose your shit from like the harassment, and like start screaming like this fucking government agent, and like throw stuff around. So and they call the cops, but there's a guy running around the supermarket screaming, "We're all government agents throwing stuff at the wall." Okay, they put you in the psych ward. Okay, and once in the psych ward, they can murder you more easily in a controlled environment. They can target you with inmates. They can poison your food. They can murder you, make it look like a suicide. There's a lot of ways they can target you in the psych ward. So, anyways, the point. And also for the discreditation effect. And you can't be out in society exposing government tyranny and corruption anymore because they don't let you have a YouTube channel inside of a psych ward or prison. Okay. So now most likely take you to prison first if you would like end up getting violent and you get arrested. And now if you get interrogated, like why did they punch the guy in the face and throw the ball at someone? Because they're a government agent harassing me for secret program. Now you might get evaled and then be like prison in the loony bin, okay, which can be worse. Now here's then the regular prison. So now here's the point. We're getting too technical. So yeah, they're working when I go to the supermarket to harass me. One of the things they're hoping for is I will lose my crap being harassed every time I go to the supermarket. Eventually, I hope I will get pushed over the edge and snap and get violent and act out in the supermarket so they can lock me up in a psych ward or in prison, okay? And also I will look like a bad guy, okay? Or, here's another tactic they can use. I thought about this. They could also have like where every 3 times I go to the supermarket, one of the people is like a plainclothes Swedish police officer that's got a gun, and they're trying to murder me with plausible ability. Say, cover for action. It's like they always or sometimes have a plainclothes civilian police officer in the store while there's a group of people that are harassing me, and they're baiting me to be like attack people, okay, grab something, attack one of the person with a weapon is what I'm hoping for, and they'd be like, they happen to be a plainclothes police officer with a gun and they shot him or something like this. So be like, the toilet, like, you died, okay. That can also be how they're planning to target you. So anyway, here's the point. How I respond to that hasn't been, obviously, to give them what they want. Where it's like, okay, I'm in the supermarket, they work the rest, try to push me over the edge, I hope I will lash out violently so I can get shot or put in prison or something like this. Okay. How I've been doing this, sometimes it doesn't really bother me in the moment all the time. Where it's like, in the situation, I'm calm and cool as a cucumber. a lot of times. Like it's like I'm not responding emotionally. So initially it was more willpower, where it's like having CPTSD years back, and I'd be like really blood boiling and more like having to struggle to contain and be like, don't, it's like act out, okay. Over time it's become more automatic, where it's like I'm in the supermarket and I'm not mad, okay. It's like they're trying to stress me out and I'm not stressed, okay. So I remain more or less composed and calm, and then there's a delay in the emotional reaction, where it's like I come home and now I'm out of situation, and now it's like they see this, there was a South threat, they gonna murder my mother, they this, all this saying this gaslighting thing, and they're doing this, and they actually had somebody smell like perfume get close to me. That's a physical attack, that's assault, okay. And now it's now you start getting mad because you weren't reacting in the moment, which is good. And you come home, it's like, are you mad? And then it's like the natural thing is to fight back because this is tyranny and evil. The natural thing is, so the reptilian brain is like you're being attacked. The reptilian brain is like feel violent, okay? That's the first reptilian brain response. Where it's like the reptilian brain is like attack the problem with a stick, okay? Like the people attacked me, oh man, okay? That's the reptilian brain response. Where it's like it's visceral, it's that's the response, okay? Which like you feel like physically getting aggressive, okay? That's the reptilian response, okay? Now you have to learn how to redirect and channel this into productive endeavors, okay? So here's the point. So if that happens, like I already have moves in my head how to hurt the program. So the emotional thing, which is true, was like you're to target of tyranny. You can't be complacent and enable and allow it. You should fight back. You have to resist this, okay? So the government is tyrannically targeting you. This is a natural human response to feel angry at being abused and tyrannized and feel like fighting back against it. Now, you don't win in a war by doing what your enemy wants you to do. So if the government wants to fight back violently, because that serves them, okay, that's not the right way to respond, okay? So basically it's like, how can I hurt the program? Make a video. After I come home, I'm mad. How can I punch them back in the face proverbially? Because that's it, okay? By making a video, Scott Snitch a fake hard video, crazy talker. Okay? Back when you used to have a video. Go live. Oh, Scott is uploading a video. This is a good example of a fake hard government agent, fake TI crazy talker. Here's what it's doing. This is Gaston. He's trying to deceive targets into thinking attack with any weapons. And I'm getting the word about the program, which they don't like. The government doesn't want the word about gang stalking. So they don't like me making videos talk about gang stalking, being who I am, and the way I talk about it. And they don't like me putting out fakes like Captain Horton, she's a fake TI. Scott Sitz a fake TI. Or Doucette, fake TI crazy talker. Seth Dan, another crazy talker. So how I can hurt them back for real, something that they don't want me doing, they don't like this, is by making a video getting the word about gang stalking, which is like working to expose the program taught me, and some of the agents thinks of this. So eventually that becomes more automatic, where it's like I don't respond in the moment. You can't get away from the fact that it's like it's gonna stay with you, you're gonna feel like fighting back. So it becomes delay and then redirect. So it's like I'm in the supermarket, flying mics target me other ways. It will get you mad. Delay the reaction. So it's not like I'm reacting in the moment in the reptilian brain, like come on, fight me, punk, or stuff like this, you government agent. That's not how I respond. That's what they want me to. It's like don't react in the moment. Go home. Now I get mad. Okay, now I'm really getting mad. And it's like I already have things I already know moves. Like they hate when I do this, they hate when I do that. So instead of like I'm mad at being bullied, fight back by punching people, get locked up. No, it's delay the reaction, go home, and I already know here's ways that I can vertically punch the program in the face. Make a video about Scott says to be a fake TI, Captain Horton, get word about gang stalking, and pretty much anything that helps me get views and grow my platform as a target in the video. Targets gonna okay. Part of Chuck Langenberg's website exposed gang stalking, and a mirror of that archive survives on the Wayback Machine. It's like ways to fight back against the program for targeted videos like me. He got murdered by the program. Establish an online presence, okay? So obviously, if that is all you got, you take this like an online presence. So if the program doesn't want you to have an online presence, if I got 10 people on YouTube subscribe to me, That's an online presence. That's a small online presence. So if a small online presence, they don't like that. What about if I have 1,000 followers on YouTube, being a target video online presence, who ends up like getting mad at being harassed and then coming home and talk about it? I'm a target video. I get harassed by people for the work for the government. So that's more significant. And then there's more specific things. So that's the strategy: delay, redirect. So there's people fighting psychological warfare against me that are flying markets for this program in the supermarket. I delay the reaction, meaning there will be a reaction, but not right now. Okay, so there has to be a reaction. Newton's third law of motion: every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, what goes up must come down. The pendulum swings this way; it swings back this way. Understand? So delay in the supermarket harassed. Don't react right now. Act out like they wanted to, and end up getting locked up the same night or dying or something like this. So you go home, and now that's delaying it. 45 minutes later, I'm responding, reacting. So that's delayed, and then redirect. So it's not. Redirect means these 15 people, 10 that were in the supermarket harassed me 5 monkeys. It's not like Googling and trying to find out their faces, reverse image search. Oh, this is his name. Start harassing him on the phone like you fucking government agent, stuff like this. That will be not redirected. So it's like it's a program. These people work for a program. So it's delay, go home, redirect. Here's another person work for the program, Scott Snitzer, and exposing him as a fake crazy talker that works for the program. The same program that targets me with harassment in the supermarket in the flash. He's worked for the same program. See? Only playing another role. So it's like delay, redirect. Okay. Now you can also delay, redirect in less antagonistic ways. It's like you delay, you come home, you're mad, and you channel the aggressive energy into like a workout session or something like this, which over time will help you to be stronger, and it has psychological effects too. But the basics is delay and redirect. Okay, and observe, don't absorb. So a big part of it is like the mental game, sort of doing things, is analyzing the game, which is engaging logical, critical thinking, high order thinking, and that's okay. So it's like, oh, this is what I'm doing. That's gaslighting, and eventually becomes like different moves. Okay, it's like watching a UFC fight or something like this. It's like, oh, he's doing the double leg takedown, and then he's working towards a rear naked here. And he's doing overhand right. So it's like you look at it, it's like, oh, this is gaslighting, this is subtle real threat, this is to try to get me scared. You look at the movie, analyzing it. Like they're doing this, what is the intended outcome? This little skit here was supposed to make me feel like that. It's not making me feel like that or something like this. So, now, here's the thing. Now, this is, I've been talking about this from a purely like human psychology and biology perspective, like fight, flight response, and things like this. Now, ultimately, the reason I've been overcoming this and not being destroyed by this is that I'm a Christian, honestly. So now here's the thing: a lot of Christians over spiritualize things. So it's like, if I would say I'm a persecuted Christian, and thanks to God, I've stayed strong, and the target haven't destroyed me. First of all, they would think, when I say I'm persecuted, they think there's a spiritual phenomenon. That like, if it's true that it's persecuted, it's like, oh, I guess it's like lost people that are not Christians, like see Mike and like they feel like attacking him. That's what I think. No, it's institutional level persecution, which means the deep state satanic power elites have a program where they can put people that are nuisance, troublesome to them, like me being a Christian. They can put you on a list, like now you're told in video, and they have a program. People are recruited and paid. There's textbooks, there's boots on the ground, people being ordered around. There's neighborhood watch can be part of it. There's recruitment. There's people being trained. There's people get a handler. They have an earpiece. They get told to say and do things around you. It's boots on the ground. It's an institutional program, much like the Symbolism program that German government had in the 70s and 80s was. So German government had a program called Symbolism with a Z like Zorro in the 70s and 80s. Okay, in post-World War II Germany. Okay, coffee is our friend, understand? Coffee is our friend. I don't know if you watched the video, Mel Gibson conspiracy theory. Okay, but that's also, I count that as an instance of people watch my videos before know that I do this usually. Like, the Daily movie reference this program, the Matrix movie as well, and here's the hidden truth in this movie, and there's a hidden plot, subplot in this movie, and they're referencing this thing and that thing. I've done this with the pandemic too, where I showed foreshadowing of the pandemic in Hollywood movies. Why? Because we got one that can see, understand? And notice how that plot is about a guy that becomes a Christian. After he becomes a Christian, he starts seeing the truth in society beneath the surface level. And he becomes targeted by a program where the cops say, surveillance, he goes to a supermarket with a group of people, and he can tell that they're part of this group. Now, you don't want to be over literal in your interpretation. But it's like when he goes to the supermarket and he sees, like, puts on glasses, he's like reptilians in human form. That's not total targeting, okay? It's not the space reptilian David Icke. I've actually analyzed that, what that means, the supermarket reptiles, the real meaning of that in the Daily movie. So the movie is dealing with someone like me that wakes up out of a matrix system, quote unquote, gets saved, and they're a person that can see the truth in society, see the corruption, see the agendas, and they become a target of a secret program. And a part of it is like he goes out and practices people that go where he is attacking in different ways. Okay. And in the movie plot, it's like he goes to the supermarket, he's like puts on the glasses, he sees a group of people, this person, that person, they're all like agents, and they are in remote communication with a handler. Now in the movie, it's like these people have reptilian, they're reptilian when he puts on the glasses. Now, disregard the reptilian thing, but it's like they have a Bluetooth earpiece, like I got earplugs, okay? And it's like, go left, okay? You see the guy in the red jacket standing over there at the cheese aisle. Yes, okay. Walk past him and get ready. As you walk past him, you cough 3 times. Get ready. When I go to 1, you cough 3 times. 3, 2, 1. See? Okay. And then somebody else is out doing shopping, and it's like, take a left. Okay. Next aisle, take a left. Okay. Look for the guy with the red jacket. Okay. And these colored pants. Okay. When you see him, it's like cough 3 times over this other side. You see? So this is how it works. So in the Daily movie, he goes to the supermarket. This group of people are like, hey, we got one that can see. Okay. He's over here or something like this. They're referencing this. Okay. So art imitates life. Okay. So this movie is referencing this persecution point I'm talking with. And I'm not the only person. Meaning the movie, the hidden plot is they're referencing this. In society, they had this program called government gang stalking that some people, for one reason or another, get put on this list. And now part of life is they get targeted. They go to the supermarket, get targeted there. So people get sent to go where the cops can be used to target you to. Okay, so they're referencing this program I'm talking with. And in the movie, so that's the referencing experience that I have. I go to the supermarket, oh, there's one of them. Oh, here's another one of them. There's another one of them. Okay. Now, I'm not seeing reptiles, but what the reference is something that he puts on the glasses, he can see that they are a certain type of people. Now, I've explained to you how it actually works, the reptile thing, but that's also referencing this, because this world is controlled by deep state psychopath power elites. So the power elites are psychopaths. The flying monkeys are narcissistic, sociopathic, antisocial. Okay, you have to be antisocial to be paid to harass people for the government. Okay, so anyway, here's the point. Like, behavior is behavior. Okay, so anyway, here's the point. It's like, well, I'm not a narcissist, but it's like I'm carrying out narcissistic abuse for somebody above me. Well, you're a narcissistic abuser then. Okay, for sure. And you're a conduit which through which narcissistic abuse flows. Okay, so you're still doing that. Okay, so anyway, here's the point. Yeah, but here's the point. So when he sees the reptiles there, it's not that they're reptiles. Okay, they're reference. I get it. It's the reference. I say, you want the whole enchilada? Okay. I don't want to come yesterday. He wanted to have me on the podcast. He got tired like the water down Mike Cyclone, Alex Jones. Oh yeah, okay. You want the whole enchilada? Okay. So the Daily movie, the reptiles. Okay. I gotta tell it to you, okay, what the daily reptiles are, the reference. First of all, the reason I'm told the movie is referencing a person like me that becomes a Christian, gets saved. After I get saved, I start seeing the truth. The Matrix movie references this, and the Daily movie, where some people get saved. Now they wake up, they can see the truth in society, which makes it problematic and dangerous to the deep state that are like, we don't want the mass to see this truth in society. This person is out here after they got saved and got up with eyes. Now they can see the truth in society, and they're not afraid to speak it. So you become first on the radar. Eventually, might get to like flip the target on you, which like they work to sabotage your life and make it harder for you to influence society as a change agent, because like you're in survival mode, parrying attacks of the government on a daily basis. Okay, see, now I've been able to respond to this in a way, whereas I've been making major waves despite the targeting. Okay, now it's not easy. Okay, so part of the uh, consistency is continually being attacked in ways that hurt me and matter me, and then fighting back by being productive, making videos, hitting back against the deep state. Okay, so okay, it's kind of like a boxer. It's like he could in the movie, like he could only throw a power punch after being hit and hurt. Okay, it would be like a movie. It's like so a boxer. It's like cartoon. It's like he sucks at he doesn't knock somebody out, but like if he gets hit hard, so he gets hurt, then he gets mad and now he knocks people out. It's like there's like a character. It's like he doesn't knock anybody out until he get really beat up and really hurt, and now he starts throwing power punch, knocking people out. This is kind of how it is. Like they keep targeting me, and that provides the motivation, the fuel to fight back. So it's like keep targeting me in ways that really hurt me and like irk me, and then it's like I need to fight back, and I fight back hard, and I end up having success. Okay, making waves. So that's the point. The Daily movie, the hidden in plain view truth there, the supermarket reptiles. It's referencing the deep state Satanist. So the deep state satanic psychopaths are predatory, psychopathic serial killers. Okay, that is an accurate description of the satanic deep state. They are psychopathic serial killers. Okay, now if you take a psychopathic serial killer like Dennis Rader, BTK, for example, he mirrors a predatory snake, like a venomous uh, snake in nature, because he's cold-blooded, he murders frequently, a serial killer. So he's a predatory one. So if you have like a snake that's venomous and it lives its life hiding in rocks, waiting for a rat or a bird to go back, and it gets it, okay, or it's out looking for a vulnerable prey, it's looking for something. It's like, oh, there's a bird over there, sneak up on it and get it, understand? It doesn't, after that, go to bed and like, oh, I killed a living thing today, see? So in that way, the deep state are mirroring a reptilian predator that's cold, or an alligator. See, an alligator is cold-blooded, and it's opportunistic, predatory, and it's like in the waterhole, waiting for a wide-eyed deer in the headlights person to show up there, okay, a deer, and to drink. And opportunistic gets it, understand, and then kills it, okay, and in a violent way. And the crocodile doesn't like at night be like, oh, I killed another deer. I'm struggling with this sin pad or something. It's like, oh, I killed another deer today. It's like it keeps me up at night. I need crocodile therapy or something like this. Okay, no. So in that way, Dennis Rader is like a crocodile. In what way? Has killed several times without a guilty conscience. Kills, does not have a guilty conscience about killing. So in that way, a serial killer like Dennis Rader, BTK, his reminiscent mirrors like a crocodile. See, predatory, kills things without a guilty conscience, and it's like opportunistic, and it's like on the lookout for something to hurt, kind of. And in the same way, the deep state, satanic psychopaths, they are serial killers. They are satanic serial killers. They're psychopath serial killers because they're psychopathic serial killers. That's what I said. Okay. Now, why? Because they did 9/11. They killed thousands of people 9/11. And it's like, first we do 9/11 planned in advance. Murder people in a torturous death. See? So the deep state that control America and the world. In the 70s, we're gonna have a terror event, kill 1,000 people. They plan this in advance. So if you're part of a group of people, it's like, we're planning to murder 3,000 Americans. And let's have the deaths be fiery and like have the explosions block off the stairwells, because we want high numbers in the building to be able to justify the following problem solution. We're going to use manufacture this crisis and then be like, these many people die, we need to go to war and change the laws. So we want a big number. It's like, we blow up the tower, plant the charge in a way that the elevators be out of commission and the stairs will be like concrete in there. So it's like there will be like less than 10% of people make it out or something like this. It's like we want at least 3,000 people to die that day. Okay. And they're dying like burn pain jumping out of windows because it's so painful and slow to death. Okay. Like choking to death on smoke and having burn pain, things like this. And you plan this like in advance. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. And then after that, we go reaction solution. We create a problem, then we go use the media we control the deep state. Be like, here's the guys who did it. We need to go to war. And draconian laws take your freedoms away from you. Patriot Act, Guantanamo Bay, extraordinary edition, things like this. Like, let's make the laws that we can just scoop some up, throw them in a black site camp without charging or anything. That's very American, funny Faber-esque, isn't it? The government can just kidnap you, put you in a black site without like proving your guilt or anything. And it's like, let's also give the government the right to wireless phone tap anybody. Just listen to anybody without having to go to a judge and get a warrant. Just like secretly spy on everybody for the greater good. For the greater good. Because the terrorists in the external attacked America. Okay? So you have to be a psychopath to plan the murder of thousands of people. And okay, so it's like they are psychopathic serial killers. So the deep state have had a series of killings. Thousands of people 9/11, thousands of people the following wars. Okay. And it's still like aftershocks. So it's like people kill themselves because they got PTSD from being in the war. There's people born with birth defects and cancer because of depleted uranium munitions fired out of Abrams tank over there. It's kind of like Agent Orange in Vietnam, where it's like still people born with issues because they sprayed Agent Orange all over the country. So it is like still people are like this ripples, okay, of destruction and chaos. That's the point. Yeah, the deep state, they are like serial killers. They are psychopath serial killers. And what are psychopath serial killers like? You can liken them to a crocodile. Okay, cold-blooded killers that have killed repeatedly without remorse. Predatory, opportunistic, and looking for prey. Okay. For your adversary, the devil as a raw lion walketh about seeking may devour. Be sober, be vigilant. For your adversary, the devil as a raw lion walketh about seeking may devour. So notice how God, that's not nature itself, teach you. Okay, so part of me understanding things is knowing Bible verses and understanding nature that God made. Okay, so here's the point. Lightning. So God uses this. The righteous are as bold as a lion. See, it's like a righteous man is like a lion, see? Which is, I'm using the same thing. The satanic psychopath paralysts are like a reptile, okay? They're like a crocodile. The deep state saviors are like a crocodile, see? The righteous bold as a lion. The deep state Satanists are as a crocodile, okay? So, yeah, so here's the thing. The daily movie Supermarket Reptiles, that's what he's seeing. So the people in the supermarket are proxies, flying monkeys, that are carrying out orders for the deep state Satanists that are told are reptiles. So if you look at a flying monkey of a narcissist that are doing narcissistic abuse to you, you're seeing narcissistic abuse flow through the person. So it's like the narcissist that's controlling them, it's like they're a conduit of narcissistic abuse. So you see narcissistic abuse in the person. So if you have flying monkeys that work for the deep state showing up where you are, attacking you, and the flying monkeys controlled by the reptilian-esque deep state Satanists, It's like you're seeing, understand, if you see a flying monkey doing narcissistic abuse, you're seeing narcissistic abuse. You're seeing the narcissist behavior flow through a flying monkey. So if you see the reptile, what that references, it's the deep state crocodile-esque satanic psychopathic paraleads that have flying monkeys that are acting on predatory abusive orders. So that's what he's seeing. Say that's the decode. Okay, that's the answer. That's the supermarket reptiles. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, as an answer. Okay, next. So it's been entered into the evidence already. I've proven this. I've already proven. I've proven foreshadow the deep state. I've proven foreshadow the pandemic. I've proven foreshadow 9/11. I've proven all kinds of stuff. The sugar agenda. I've proven the sugar thing in an old kind of Oldman movie. Okay, it sounds more scientific if you say it like that. I've proven the sugar thing in an old kind of Oldman movie. Okay, yeah, the sugar thing. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, here's the thing. So yeah, that movie is referencing what I'm going through. Now here's another thing. We got what I can see. So the daily movie is about someone like me. Somebody gets saved, becomes a Christian, God opens their eyes, now they have the ability to see the truth in society. And they become taught by the deep state Satanists with the secret persecution program. And part of the target is you go to the supermarket, there's people that are little agents that go around messing with you. And the cost could be on it too. So it's referencing what's happening to me. And possibly this could happen to people for other reasons. To me, before I was converted, before I was afflicted, I went astray. Time of events, chronological order, decode. Okay, so before I became a taught individual and began to be persecuted, I became a Christian. See, so before I became persecuted, I became converted. Before I became taught of this persecution, I got converted. Now it's possible that the some taught individuals that are targeted for completely different reasons, like maybe they work for a company and it's like they threatened to whistleblow about something or something like this, or whatever. So here's the thing. I still didn't eat today, and I'm getting ready to break my fast. I need to plug this in. So yeah, the no kind of Foldman movie decode. That's another one of my decodes because I'm on like you see, just have to discernment. I've decoded no kind of Foldman movie. Here's what a lot of other Christians are blind to, and they need my help on understand. Because it's like they can't see. So like you need a seeing leader, not somebody who's a blind leader or the blind. So the reason I made videos showing you truth that nobody else has done that are relevant is because I can see things that they can't. Either that or they're part of conspiracy not allowed to talk about it. Okay. So here's the point. The no kind of movement. There is an agenda by the deep state, everybody the high sugar diet. Now remember, here's the fundamental you have to learn. This is important. You have to understand this, the fundamental. You live in a world where the deep state hide truth in plain view. The satanic power elite Illuminati experts are behind the scenes. They hide truth in plain view. Okay? Which means if they're doing something, here's my understanding. If they're doing something of major destructive consequence, like major negative impact, or if they are planning to do something of major destructive consequence, negative impact, meaning they're planning to do something that will kill a lot of people, take freedoms away, make a lot of people sick or something like this, they will hide it in plain view. That's like part of MO. Like if they're planning to do something big like 9/11, okay, they will hint at it in advance. So that's my perception. If the deep state are doing something of major destructive impact, consequence, or planning to, they will hide in plain view in pop culture, which they control. Okay. Which, interesting enough, is also part of like standard serial killer MO stuff, where it's like the Zodiac killer kills people and sends cryptic letters. I'm gonna kill again. There's some kind of code where it's like you could crack the code and stop the murder or something like this. Okay. Jack the Ripper is another example where the Scotland Yard, I think it was. It's like this is back in the day like the high-level police work, where it's like they don't have DNA or fingerprints, okay? And it's like the police response, like somebody's murdered, go with like candles in a glass bottle and like looking for people and asking, did you see something weird, something like this, okay? And if someone's like, yes, I saw a guy that looks exactly like this, that would be pretty much what you needed, or a confession, or like many witnesses who saw it happen or something like this. And some kind of detail. So it's like it's a different thing now, where it's like it's easier. Most likely couldn't do the same thing and get away with it. Meaning, if they had DNA back then, I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of the times he got cut. Okay, if you have a super sharp knife and you're in a fight, you're attacking somebody with a knife, and you do it 10 times, you have attacked another him with a knife. Statistics dictate that you might have gotten a cut or scratch at least once, and had a drop of blood falling on the ground. Okay, so different details could be if you're investigating it, to look around and like ask if like people that have band-aids on their fingers or like something that could be also part of it. Now we're getting into like detective work here. But like, if I was the Scotland Yard investigating Jack the Ripper, part of what you'd be doing would be like trying to figure out if there's somebody that has like cats, okay? Because that could be the person who's the serial killer. Understand? So that if you're attacking someone with a knife like this, it could happen that you get cut. So it's like that could also be a tell that somebody has a like a self-inflicted wound. Understand? So his MOs get up and like start attacking with a knife, which means if you do that 5 or 10 times, it's not entirely likely that you end up getting cut somehow. And it's like maybe it's not 100%, but maybe 50-50. So that they didn't have DNA back then. So his blood might be on one of the crime scenes, but it's just a pool of blood, and they can't like tell the difference what's the victim's blood, is any of this the perpetrator's blood or something like this. So a lot of these cold cases, like the Jack the Ripper, would have been solved if they had like DNA technology and fingerprints and things like this. So here's the point. Like even you can find DNA from like sparrow. Okay, so if you like outside like breathing heavy and attacks over a knife, there can be saliva flying from you to the victim's clothing or the ground, and possibly you can get DNA from that. Understand? So in all kinds of ways, most likely the Jack the Ripper crime scenes would be contaminated with his DNA, either blood or other like body liquids like his saliva or something like this. Okay, and also having his hands on as his cutting and things like this. Now, anyway, here's the point. So I got a little bit sidetracked. Now we get into the details of like CSI stuff, and it's kind of interesting. Now, here's the point. So yeah, the deep state are similar to Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac killer. I already told you they are satanic psychopathic serial killers, and they're similar to the Zodiac killer, Jack the Ripper, which like they leave cryptic hints to what they have done or gonna do. That's how the deep state are. Which is why before they pull off 9/11, they were hiding cryptic hints in movies. So part of what the Jack the Ripper, that's what I was gonna say, like making my case that there are some circles in history that are like the deep state. Where it's like Jack the Ripper, this is a serial killer, active serial killer. This prostitutes and start showing up like cut up, okay? This is serial killer. They realize it's a serial killer. Now, I think it was the Scotland Yard that was doing the investigation. They receive a letter. Claim it to be from Jack the Ripper. It's me, Jack the Ripper. I'm gonna do it again. And then it's like, next time I'll try to get the ear of the girl and send it to you. Okay? And then, another killing happens, and the victim had a slash in the ear area, which could be that it was the actual killer that sent the letter, and he tried to cut off the ear, and it could be something like this. It's like a bear that is predating on something, and then another predator appears. So this is the same predator behavior. Understanding that, so it's like if a bear gets an animal, another bear appears. It can be startled and it gets challenged and it leaves. You can have the same thing happen. It's like an active assault. He starts shouting at somebody. He's like woo woo woo, and then somebody walking the dog like around on the other side of a fence, and that gets him started and he makes his escape. Understand? When he was about to like cut off the ear, he's like cutting them, they're dead now, and he's like gonna start cutting off the ear to send it as a trophy to Scott Yard, as he said before. It's like, whoa, 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 there's like somebody walking with dogs there, and he gets startled and he runs off, see? So it could be like, the cut could be like an unfinished amputation. So here's the point. So, so that's not like 100% that he was that type of killer, but it's something that indicates that it could have been like that. Like the type of serial killer that sends letters. Okay. The same with BTK, kinda. Now he was kinda not like doing like cryptic codes, like hinting at where the next murder is gonna happen or something like this, but kinda like cryptically like announcing his presence as a serial killer is active, and it's like he's gonna do it again, and just the communication could lead to his arrest for this. Another interesting thing about Dennis Rader is typically with cold-blooded psychopaths, sadistic psychopaths, you have the opposite of naivete, where they're cynical and project their own nature onto others, which is also human nature. So people are like naive and like friendly and empathetic, have a tendency to project this onto others, be like, which is part like people are like innocent, are more likely to fall for predators, because it's a tendency of nature to project your nature onto others. It's like, I would never do that. So it's like, if someone goes up to like, can I borrow your phone or something like this? I just go around the corner. Like, I would never like do that as a game, see? So it's like, do you understand? It's like, I would never do this. So if somebody tries something, it's like, it's not in your mind that like that's something that you might do. So yeah, it's like people can project the good nature or like lack of persona to others, and even like empathy levels. It's like, oh, okay, that would make me feel bad. So if that person done that, I guess I would see a guilt in them. Now here's the point: a psychopathic serial killer, there might likely be like cold, calculated, cynical, okay, but he still had like a boyish naivete to him, where he's like, he's like, can I start communicating to you with floppy disks? And the cops go, yeah, okay. So it's like, but you can't trace them or anything. He's like, no, we can't trace them, okay. And he's like naive. It's like he doesn't like project his like trying to get people mentality onto the cops that have the job to catch him. It's almost like he's got like a naive innocent where it's like, Santa Claus is real, so for his dad would never lie about Santa Claus. So it's like the cops. So he's like a guy. He's like cold and calculated. He's like, how can I trick these people into getting into their home so I can murder them? Okay, but then it's like he's dealing with the cops, and they have a job to like he had a job to kill people that he gave himself, and they have a job to catch him, and he's still like he doesn't think that they would lie to him basically. Okay. So that shows, looks like some kind of maybe there was like, hey, okay, what if I switch this to communicate with floppy disk? Like, it can't be traced or anything. And the cops were like, no, 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 of course not. Okay, it can't be traced. Okay, and he's like, oh, all right, okay, okay. So he's not like paranoid and cynical enough. Meaning he's like, okay, which typically you would expect from that type of person. Like a cold-blooded, calculating, plotting, scheming murder, you'd expect them to be cynical and not like naive. Okay, you expect it more cynical in a paranoid way. So here's the point. Yeah, so the deep state are like certain type of serial killers that communicate with cryptic codes. The Zodiac killer would one example. So in that way, they mirrored serial killers too. So the deep state have killed many people. They killed thousands of people 9/11. They're responsible for thousands of deaths in the resulting wars. And before they pulled this off, they communicated cryptic hints, warnings about it. Meaning before they did 9/11, they hinted at it in pop culture. Which would be like Jack the Ripper sending a letter to Scotland Yard, I'm gonna cut the ear off to you next time I send it to you. Or something like this. Or the Zodiac killer, who killed somebody, sent a cryptic code that could possibly like reveal his identity, or it could be like a clue to where the next hit is gonna be or something like this.
Next, murder. So these are the deep state are satanic, psychopathic serial killers, and part of the MO is to signal in advance via cryptic codes like ciphers. Uh, which is why I can show you videos of foreshadowing a pandemic and foreshadowing of the 9/11 attacks. Okay. I will, from memory, give you some instances of foreshadowing of the pandemic. Resident Evil Umbrella Corp. Okay. They show you a virus escaping out of an underground lab, getting into the outside world, infecting people. It's called the T virus. It mutations. Okay. Causes mutations. Lab leak. A virus leaks out of a lab, infects people outside the lab. So that's like, do you understand? It's like they're hinting at. So what I'm saying, I believe that this was a planned event crisis. And you can get into details how they could do that, okay? It's like if they had one worker in the lab and they like threatened them, your job is to smuggle out a vial of a virus here. Or if they in some other way just knew about a virus and didn't act to stop it or something like this. Okay, there's a lot of ways they could have done that. Okay. It used to be on YouTube you could talk about the lab leak conspiracy theory, but then Reuters even started uploading. It's like the FBI are looking into the lab leak theory or something like this. Which is like the FBI is saying we're looking into this theory about this virus coming from a lab, from a lab. So I'm not gonna get into talk about like alternative ways to deal with specific health problems or something like this, like theoretical stuff. But here's the point. You can't do that. You can't be like, I think this could cure it, okay? And if it's not like the mention thing. Now, I'm not saying that I have one. I'm saying if I had a thought in middle stream, like maybe you could do, I'm not going to say it, okay? So here's the point. Another instance of foreshadowing is a clear instance is Loop Fiasco music video. I found this. Loop Fiasco music video, Words Never Said. That also contains a clear foreshadowing of the pandemic, okay? Another instance, the Lost series. Okay, I think it was ABC or something. That also contains foreshadowing of the pandemic. Okay, the global pandemic. Some instances of foreshadowing of 9/11. Fight Club, also. Fight Club, Die Hard, and Always, an airplane movie, an airplane firefighting movie. Okay. One of the scenes that I have memory that I can tell that shows foreshadowing in the Always movie. There's a fat guy and a slim guy standing in an airstrip, airfield, an airstrip. And then here's the scene. They're standing, a slim guy and a fat guy. Heavy set, okay, fat, thin. Two men standing there. One of them is holding a cluster of balloons. The American flag. Red, white, and blue, okay. Oh, red, white, and blue. Okay, they're standing there. And then there's in the scene there's an airplane that comes in for landing, a prop, on a collision course with them. So it's moving towards these two men, and they jump out of the way not to be hit by it. So analyzing that, what is the scene telling you? It's showing 9/11. The two men, and this is also part of I've had to learn other things. God had to show me some things about esoteric symbolism. The Freemasons, Joaquin and Boaz, two male names for two pillars, symbolizing the unification of opposites and duality. So this is in my mind I figured this out. So first of all, the two men there, they are symbolizing two towers, and the airplanes that they had planned to fly into them and blame for the collapse. See, so it's America will be attacked, skyscrapers, airplanes running into them, taking them out of the way. That's decoding the scene. A picture says 1,000 words, and a 30-second movie scene can speak 10,000. There's the point. That's what I see. So there's two men standing here, one fat, one thin, American flag colors or balloons. Airplane appears, flies towards them on a collision course. Looks like they're about to hit them. They jump out of the way. That's a reference, symbolic reference to 9/11 attacks, the two towers, the North and South Tower. Delving into this. In Freemasonry, you have Jaw Queen and Boaz, which are two pillars with male names. So pillars are either round or they're rectangular, like a cube, elongated cube, okay? So in Freemasonry, you have two pillars, okay? Two pillars, one named Jaw Queen and one named Boaz. And this, to them, it's like duality, black and white, male, female, so it's opposites, okay? So it's like two pillars are opposites. And then there's an Aztec ritual of the phoenix, where you destroy something and something else is born from that. Ordo ab chaos, order, problem, reaction, solution, ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. So it's like manufacture crisis out of the rubble of this crisis, the chaos, you bring about the order that you want to build. And make of yourself of twain one new man, one World Trade Center. See, so they show these two towers, and these two men represent the two towers. Now, what are the two towers? It was a big satanic sacrifice murder ritual on 9/11. Okay, so the two towers represent the two pillars of Freemasonry, Jaw Queen and Boaz. Duality, opposites, black, white, okay. Now, multiple of the movies that I've seen that contain foreshadowing, it's pattern recognition. I see the same thing, meaning the foreshadowing, the movies that I found that have foreshadowing of the 9/11 attacks, you can see that theme of opposites, see? Of opposites. Things that seem like the towers are opposites. In the Fight Club movie, they have one man and one woman standing looking out a window as there's a controlled demolition collapse of skyscrapers outside a window. Okay? And it's one woman, one man. And they're holding hands in the shape of a Freemason M. Okay? One woman, one man. So that's opposite sexes. See? Male, female, opposite sexes. In the Always movie, it's a fat man and a slim man. Opposite body types. Fat, thin. Okay? See? In the Die Hard movie, black and white. See? The Die Hard movie also contains foreshadowing on 9/11 attacks. Simon says, I've hid explosives in buildings. If you crack the code, you can prevent the disaster. In New York, see? Okay. We got one that can see. Oh, Mark's crazy. He says they have personal clothes. Okay, so here's the point. Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis. Opposite skin colors, black and white. At a certain part of the plot, they're chained to a steel girder in a boat in New York, sitting on top of explosives about to blow up. And they have to, like, crack, pick the lock, or they're gonna get blown up. Also, this villain is like, Simon, he sends them cryptic codes. He's hid explosives in buildings in New York, and he gives them codes, riddles. If they crack them, they can prevent the bombs blowing up. Later on, these two men are sitting chained to a steel girder on a boat on top of a pile of explosives. And they had to figure out how to not be blown up here. Okay. Here's another Die Hard movie. When it rains, it pours. That's part of the decoders. Okay, when it rains, it pours. If you find one thing, it's going to be others. So, in another movie, part of the plot, Die Hard, is a paragraph of text that contains foreshadowing, where it's like numerical. So a paragraph of text, the plot, the dialogue, is an airplane. And then this like a guy is like, trust me, he's about to get off an airplane. Die Hard, okay? Already now I know this movie contains foreshadowing 9/11 attacks. And when it rains, it pours. So I'm looking for other scenes and I found one. Okay. So Bruce Willis stands up, they're about to get off the airplane, and it's like the guy sees he's got a no, first they're about to like land and get off the airplane. His passenger body, the next seat, is like, hey, I got a trick for you, jet lag trick. When you get to the hotel, take your shoes off, put your toes on the carpet on the hotel room, and curl your toes. Make balls with your fist, curling your toes. Okay? And Bruce Willis looks like, huh? And he's like, trust me, I've been doing it for 9 years. Okay, it works. 9 years, okay? A few seconds later, Bruce Willis gets up, get his luggage, get off the plane. He stretches to get his luggage. The man sees he's got a gun in a holster, and he's like, looks shocked. It's like, oh, don't worry, I'm a cop. Trust me, I've been doing it 11 years. So in this paragraph of dialogue, if you look at the script, it'd be like 9/11. Trust me, on an airplane, 9/11, inside of a movie that I already know contains foreshadowing 9/11 attacks. 9/11 airplane. See? These little details. in the successor one, the Christmas movie, the plot is terrorists hijacking airplanes and control them remotely somehow, getting to crash. So I do believe that the airplanes were not piloted by human pilots, but remotely controlled, like a UAV drone. Okay, by radio or something like this. Okay. And that's part of the plot where terrorists have hijacked airplanes and they're crashing them, okay? Like Flight 93, okay? So I do believe that 9/11, the airplanes were remotely controlled. So I'm gonna end this live stream. I'm gonna call my wife, say goodnight to her. I hope she didn't fall asleep yet. I got a notification. I got carried away ranting. So I saw she's about to go to bed. So hope it's not too late. I might go live later. I ended up overshooting it. There will be more training and cooking in the next live stream. I have to rename this.